am fiddling with my modules to try to figure out how to disable that HUD so it doesn't do that.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Hoist the Colors for Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
What?
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, we're experiencing a couple of technical difficulties because I fucked up. And we're supposed to go live at 5:30 local time, not at 5 p.m. local time. So that's fun and zesty and absolutely my fault. So how is everyone?
Yay!
I'm doing well.
Not bad. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Oh, I fixed it, Matt. And
Oh
by
yeah.
fixed it, I mean just got it to no longer be on my screen. Not actually solved the underlying problem.
Well done.
Look, bright side, however, at least your UI is not popping up through the top of the screen.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah?
know?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Nick, how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been fine.
Yeah? It did
Yeah.
anything interesting?
Not really.
Yeah, no, neither did I. So we just returned back from holidays.
What? You were on holidays? I never knew.
Oh my god.
That's why we weren't here.
That's why we were off last week. Oh my god.
Oh.
And I still have holiday brain, hence why we went live half an hour early, but it's fine.
I went to an arcade last week.
Oh?
Did you win, son?
I want a lollipop.
Hot diggity shit.
I mean, that's good. I like lollipops. Actually, I don't. They make my
Too
mouth
bad
feel
it's
weird.
mine.
Though, I will say, we went to an arcade as well, and I found out that I'm not terrible at throwing axes.
Oh, nice.
Like, out of
How
6
did you
axes.
find that out at an arcade?
Hey, guess what they have at arcades now?
Axe throwing?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of popular thing here.
yeah.
But like, it's axe throwing for kids, so
Yeah,
less, but not zero chance of injury.
and then like plastic axes, but they're balanced properly and stuff like that. And it's just no. Out of 6 axes, I hit the mark each time. It's like okay. Sorry, 1 missed and hit with the handle, but it's just like okay. Well, that's weird.
I
Guess
figure
Matt's
if you're
playing a
throwing an
throwing
axe
track
at
next.
someone, either end sort of works.
Depends
I
on how
figure
much you
if
want
you're
it to embed in
throwing an
something.
axe at someone, I'm questioning why you're throwing the axe. Like, why aren't you just like...
Because sometimes
it
people are
close.
faster than you.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're on the different side of the chasm.
Okay.
Reasons for doing
Just
it.
Look, unrelatedly, I had to chase like 10 9-year-old girls around a park, and if I had had an axe to throw at them, it would have made things a lot easier.
I'm not sure
Nick-
you want to be
Nick?
saying that on the...
Nick,
You are being recorded, Nick.
That's cool.
you could have phrased that better.
No, I really couldn't have. That's exactly how it worked out. They were all away from their parents and everyone was staring. It was great.
For
If a
context.
if
for
a 10-year-old
fucking
ever says-
context.
If a 10-year-old ever says to you, hey, do you want to play tag and you're it, you have to get the rest of us, don't say yes. Just don't.
Yeah. Because, for context, I was away for my daughter's birthday, and at her birthday party, my daughter asked Uncle Nick to play tag. Not any of the other adults, mind you, which would have made it significantly less weird.
And
But
at no stage
Nick's
did...
the coolest adult.
I am. At no stage did they want to, stay around their own parents. So they ran across the park where there was nobody, and I had to Terminator my way over there.
Look, to be fair, most of the parents just dropped their kids and ran.
I would have.
Like, I swear, if some of them had jet boots, they would have used them.
Okay, but one of the little girls did just go to, like, one of the other little girls, hey, I know how to kill yourself with a balloon. I don't know how to respond with that.
Look, kids say the darndest things.
Yeah, sure.
We'll go with that.
Man, that's the darndest thing. Man.
Oh. Well, yes. Other things, people are starting to receive their Rage of Elements PDF copy, those who pre-ordered. I've had it for a week or two now, or something like that, but I've been under embargo, unfortunately. But it's a really cool book, and it's the latest book from Paizo for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And some of the spells in it are really cool, and I can't wait to actually add them to Hoist the Colors.
Yeah.
Yay.
Otherwise, some other housekeeping stuff. I'm going to be restarting my Patreon very soon.
Yay.
There's probably only going to be one tier, but any of the work in progress stuff that I'm currently doing, like for instance the adventure notes for Hoist the Colors, also any of the battle maps that I make up, I will be putting on there for people. I'll also be using it to do like announcements and stuff like that. Also expect me to be doing more stuff for YouTube. That's all on the way. More streaming. I'm going to be super busy.
Good.
Hey, business.
Keep you out of trouble.
Oh, something like that.
You need it. You need to be out.
We want to keep me out of trouble. Why would we
Yeah.
want to do that? I never get into trouble, ever, ever, ever.
Hey, so fun story while we were away.
Oh god.
We were at a bookstore buying a book. We were at the counter. The lady was very nice. She was just making casual retail conversation. I was
Matt got in
replying
trouble.
kind. No, Matt was just standing there with his mouth wide open, just making a noise.
Matt?
Yeah. The lady stopped all conversation, wordlessly handed me my purchase, and we had to leave.
You know, this is part of where I would be like, you know, in my defense, but I don't I don't really have a defense for it.
Yeah, no, there's no excusing you. You can't take him anywhere.
I mean, you can take me places. It's fine.
No. No,
I've
it's
got
not.
so many lores. That's unrelated to the previous conversation. I was just looking at my character sheet.
I have Law Matthew and I regret it every day.
Do you though?
No.
I was about to say you're one of the people who enjoys hearing about my backstories more than anyone else.
Yeah, it's that kind of like train wreck sort of thing. Like, I don't want it to happen, but it's happening in front of me and I'm gonna look.
Well, more to the point, a lot of it's already happened.
Yeah, but I don't know about it. So when you start talking, I don't stop you.
I feel like you should. At least in
No.
public.
I don't know. I really love the little Matt tidbits I get to hear sometimes. I'm like, wild.
Right?
No, my favorite was a couple of years ago. I used to say that I had no childhood trauma whatsoever.
Okay. I don't believe anyone who says that, to be honest.
Well, I believed it. And then I actually started going for, you know, stuff that happened in my past, and people were like, holy shit, how are you okay? Little did they know, I was not in fact okay.
A
Yeah,
lot of
then
skill.
He then became a Pathfinder DM, and then that's why you know he's.
Hey, so I've been GMing Pathfinder since 2009, so I can't use that as an excuse.
If anything, that should have been a cry for help. I need to control. I need to control.
Oh, look, it was fine, okay?
Yeah, super.
No, Pathfinder 1 is definitely a system that I'm never going to be running ever again. But it was fun at the time.
I think if I could be coerced into running Pathfinder 1 if I had a group of people that were willing to like play it for what it is and not be just utter dicks about it.
See, that's
And
the
not
challenge there,
break
isn't it?
every single encounter.
Because, well, look, if you have like newbie players, but even then, I wouldn't inflict Pathfinder 1 on a newbie player.
It's fine.
That's so fair.
Because I'm not that mean.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Dice rolls would disagree.
Hey,
Matt,
look,
me.
I have no control over the dice rolls whatsoever.
Quit
Would you like us to
critting Ian's animal companions.
I would love to stop critting Ian's animal companions. I absolutely would.
Just don't. Just roll a 20. Don't roll a
Next
natural
game.
20. Just roll 20 total.
Next game, we're all taking animal companions, and it's going to be Matt to choose who dies.
It's giving me anxiety every combat.
Just
I'm
old
not an
Yellow
animal
this
killer,
one
I swear.
Takes us out behind the old barn.
This kills everything. No.
Mhm.
Goodbye, straw.
No, we have like. I like animal companions, and I've had GMs in the past who have been very much about, hey, I don't like animal companions, so I'm gonna go and kill them. And it's been like,
Okay,
I hate
you
that.
you can politely ask your players not to use an animal companion if you're
We
that
don't.
opposed to them. Like, have these people never asked of just politely asking people for a favor? Have they never heard of that?
No. Have you never seen a fucking subreddit about Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder? It's always these people, and it's like just ask, talk to them.
Unicade! Session 0. Yeah?
I'll be honest, I spent more time in the Pathfinder 2e subreddit than I have ever wanted to today. Because I was very bored at work. And I was like, you know what would objectively keep me occupied? Looking at the Pathfinder 2 subreddit.
I mean, did it work?
I mean, yeah, I wasn't bored out of my mind. I was frustrated, but I wasn't bored out of my mind. So,
I mean, that's something at least.
Are they still complaining about the caster stuff?
I didn't see anything, but I was mostly looking at, like, newer posts. I wasn't looking at, like, I don't know, a more holistic view of the subreddit and the discussions happening.
Some of the discussions can be good. I'm not a big fan of a lot of them, but I have my own personal gripes with the subreddit.
I saw someone saying that their GM thought Thaumaturge was OP and wanted to nerf Thawm.
Isn't it a cantrip?
No, the class.
Oh.
Thaumaturge is an interesting class. I don't think it's OP, I just think it's very complicated.
I don't think it's OP because, like, the GM was like, oh, you're doing too much damage, and I'm like, literally, he could be playing a giant instinct barbarian.
With a pick. Which is something I
True.
found out about recently. Due to
Well,
future
are-
projects and stuff.
Pickaxes really good for giant instinct barbarians?
So, the critical specialization effect on a pickaxe is you do an extra 2 damage per weapon dice.
Ah. Wild.
So, have like your giant instinct barbarian with a great pickaxe. And just end everyone. With that thing, and you're going to be doing the big numbers. Not sure if it would compete with the rogue, though. Pretty close, though.
Should be.
Rogues do big numbers. Just once though.
Now,
It happening multiple.
for other people, or for everyone in the chat, we do have hero points.
Do?
No.
We do.
Since when?
Well, everyone starts with 1. Usually, not I, but I played Dredge. So, because I finished Dredge, I got a villain point.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm starting to...
Oh, it's a shame. Hero points expire after 24
Sam.
hours.
But, however, If you feel like I'm being unfair, or you feel like the players need more hero points, you can always spend your channel points. House Rooks, House Rules, and give them a hero point. Or you can give me a villain point. Either way, I don't mind. I won't hold it against you. And I think we usually have some people in chat who like to hand them out a fair bit, and I'm pretty sure they'll be along a little bit later. Because like I said earlier, we usually go live in about 15 minutes.
I was very panicked when I got the notification that we were going live, because I was cleaning my bathroom at the time.
And apologies all wrong. It was quite literally my fuck up. But speaking of, Ian will be along a little bit later. He was expecting an extra 30 minutes. So our fourth player will be here. However, I'm trying to get in the habit of doing this a little bit more often. So because it has been a little while, how about we reintroduce ourselves and our players? Well, our characters. So, Sunshine.
Hi, I'm Juliet, and I play Sunshine, and he is a seaweed, leshy ranger. He is a little piratey dude. He's got a rat swarm, and they're his friends.
Does the swarm
and-
have a name?
The brine rats.
Lovely.
Still think the-
I mean, it's not like the swarm is named Dave or something.
That'd be
Thank
worse,
you
I
for
feel.
The
Or
but-
Dave one.
I've got just a ridiculous amount of skills, and I've got 4 lores, which is just an absurd amount of lores.
That's too many laws.
I feel like I'm playing a lore master, but I'm not. But yeah, that's my character. Oh, and I use a boarding pike because I was like, I want reach and to be thematic.
Wait, are we talking about new characters?
No, we're talking about our current characters. We're
Oh, okay.
reintroducing them.
Oh. But it's like 5:15.
We're live.
Oh, hi! What
Sorry.
happened there?
It's absolutely my
Matt
fault.
went live early.
Okay, cool.
So that is absolutely my fault. If you need a little bit of extra
Ah.
time.
Yeah,
just
so
shooting
Sam
the
has
shit
messaged
for
me. I see it now.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Well, does
This is
anybody
fine.
have anything divisive or offensive that they want to say now that we're live?
Oh God.
I think
So-
dogs should vote.
I think
Intriguing.
straight people, lesbians, should both be forced to wear red on Wednesdays so as to create confusion and dissension amongst the general population. I think we should force gays, trans people, and the rest of the LGBTQ spectrum to wear blue on Mondays and Fridays.
I really love that you grouped in straight people and lesbians. I think
Yes.
that was my favorite part of that statement.
Okay, now, here's the thing though. The only people who will know about this will be the LGBTQI community and people who support it. So most of the rest of the world, especially the eastern parts of the world, will have no idea why half the world is suddenly wearing blue on Mondays and Fridays and red on Wednesdays. Alright? And there will become a massive conspiracy theory around this, and I think that would be really fun.
I just feel sorry for the people who are colorblind.
Imagine being colorblind.
Right?
Is there red blue colorblind? That's why I chose those colors. There's red green.
Yeah, there is red green. Imagine having red green color blindness. Couldn't be me.
We know are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know multiple people. So I don't think there is red blue colorblind. That's why I specifically said it. Yeah,
I mean, you
so there
can
is
be grayscale colorblind.
You can be
but-
grayscale, but even then you can still see the difference between the two of them. That's why I chose them.
I was just making a joke, but okay.
Okay, I have two close friends who are both colorblind, and so I was making battle maps for one of them and had to remake a bunch of battle maps
Yeah, no, that happens. Though
because they couldn't see lines.
I did see a good hack for battle maps online. where it's like if you have a bunch of players and they all have dark vision, put clues for the dungeon in grayscale so that they can't see them unless they actually turn on a torch or something.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I know, we're fucking adorable, Matt. I will be back in 3 minutes because I have from downstairs.
Oh, good.
I only just came here to say hi to Juliet because she hadn't been on yet. That was literally the only reason I jumped. Hey!
All right. Well, while we wait for Ian to return, Sola.
Oh, that's me. Hi,
That is
I'm
you.
Nick. I play Sola. I'm a automaton cleric of Cassandali. Yep,
Yep.
They're really cool.
I am really cool. Always.
All right. And Archie.
Hello, I am Sam. I play Archie. Archie is a sorcerer. He's a draconic sorcerer, and he got shipwrecked with his robot, Solar.
Me!
This is Nick. And then had to figure out how to survive. And then we became friends with those other nerds, and then we hoisted some color.
I don't
Is-
think we've actually hoisted any colors yet.
We should
No.
probably decide on some colors at some stage.
We will be short, because we've now got a ship that actually.
Well,
Can fly colors?
you do actually kind of have a ship. So you will have to decide on things like a ship name.
The golden
Once we
Pulse.
get it back to port.
Well, I don't know.
I think we should name it Hugh Jackman's Huge Yacht Man.
Okay, 1, no. 2, I've already had players threaten to leave the campaign if that happens again.
I
So
know,
no.
I'm just being facetious.
You're fine.
I knew it was a point of tension.
I mean, honestly, fair.
What do you mean, honestly fair? It was a fair and just thing that it was someone else's idea, and I just played along with it, and they were salty because I won.
Well, this is why you don't put votes to Twitter either.
I
Especially
tried
when
to
Hugh
get the real
Jackman...
Hugh Jackman involved, but never got back to me, as far as I'm aware.
It was worth a shot. I still maintain that. Well,
God, what if that had been the thing that like shot us into stardom?
oh god.
What if like we were trending on Twitter because we were actually getting canceled for
What if
naming
we
our
got
boat
Hugh
Hugh
Jackman?
Listen to me,
on
you little
to our
fucking
stream.
lollipop sunshine. If you go throwing that name around again, I'm gonna slit your throat in your fucking sleeve.
But
I
like,
don't
he
mean
could
your
have turned
character.
up. He could have been Wolverine. He could have sung a little song. He probably would have enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, actually, see, there is that whole Venn
Alright.
diagram of like nerds and theater people. Theater people.
It's a circle, Matt.
For the
Yeah,
most
that's
part.
a circle.
Hi. I'm 5 pounds. I'm really disappointed with my fellow players' introductions and how lackluster and without energy they were. So, because of that, I'm going to
We're not
protest by
turned
being
on yet. It's
as
not even half
lackluster
past.
and as energyless as they were. I play 5 Pebbles, a kobold with a mysterious, scary, and potentially dangerous past. He enjoys long walks on the beach, being a shark, swimming around people who are walking the plank with his best bud chum, and hanging out in the sunshine with sunshine. I'm a druid, I'm a shapeshifter, I'm a wrestling little kobold boy. And I get to keep all my gold to myself this time because I give the gold to the kobold and the kobold is me. So really, this is a genius.
Oh, that
genius
was
play.
the idea behind the character.
Yeah. So that's me. I'm not super sure on Archie. He was pretty good when we were on a ship together. Sola's awesome. They make awesome food. She, they?
They,
Just
Hey.
that.
they, them.
They, them. They make awesome food. And Sunshine's my best pal. What did we
I
decide?
was created
Three-
by. Five
You
pebbles.
were. Not super intentionally. I kind of just was like wishing for a friend in the middle of like a
Aw.
nature shrine, and trying to like stop some corrupted waters from happening. By the way, can it be canon that the 3 rats with hats are head, shoulders, knees?
Sure.
Because our naming can they eat people, right? And
Yeah,
the
they do.
naming convention of our tribe that Sunshine and I come from is that the first thing that you try to eat or you do successfully eat is what your name becomes. Hence, I'm 5 Pebbles, this is Chum, and that's Sunshine, the plant person. And yeah, they should be head, shoulders, and knees. You don't want to know what happened to the toes, you fucking foot fetishist.
Well, I'm actually working on a magic item. Juliet's already seen the draft for it, but it'll allow swarms to take on a vaguely humanoid shape.
Oh,
I love that freaking item. I'm so excited for it.
I hope the item's just a big coat.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
I've called it the human coat.
Oh, wonderful.
It's just a coat. It's really funny.
You can call it the huge man coat.
No, that's
Wait, hang on, no.
that's the bigger one.
Oh,
If you're talking like if you're talking like Muppet Man.
No, I was just trying to make another Jackman reference and trying to fit it in there somewhere. Because apparently that's our SEO now. That's what we talk about is Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman.
Well, look, I have seen like the shots of Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on set for Deadpool 3, and it's like, yeah, no, it's actually really cool to see Hugh Jackman back in the Wolverine.
Wait, is he coming back for Wolverine? I thought he fucking stopped.
He's doing it for Deadpool 3, and then he is done.
That's what happens when your friend asks you to do a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, except that Deadpool 3 filming has stopped because Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are joining the actors' strike as of 12 hours ago.
Oh,
Good.
okay, there's been that update. Oof. Yeah, no. I mean,
Striking is based.
it really is, and I'm kind of excited to see what happens out of
It's
all
frustrating.
that. It can
It's a
be,
good
but
thing.
look, yeah.
Wait. Who the fuck is Ryan Reynolds married to?
Blake Lively.
Yeah. You know, from Gossip Girl.
No.
Wait. No. Orange County?
You were
Well, he
asking
was
the wrong
married. Wait,
person.
wait, Ryan Reynolds married Scarlett Johansson for a while?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Jojo.
I feel like you're just learning stuff about Ryan Reynolds now.
I am. I don't like him, but I like him. It's hard. It's difficult, okay? It's an ongoing problem that I'm working with my therapists to solve. All
Yeah,
5
no.
of them.
You have
I
a
have-
lot of that in common with other people.
Yeah, no. All that said,
I love-
however,
Deadpool. But then I hated Ryan Reynolds at Deadpool because he was playing Ryan Reynolds. I loved Deadpool.
oh god. So, it's been 2 weeks.
Anyway,
Who remembers what happened last time?
Not me.
we got attacked, and then we got chased, and you killed my animal companion with a crit yet again.
Yeah, I think that basically sums it up.
We were washed out of the temple of the giant fish thing and ended up on a beach, middle of nowhere, with basically nobody around. We were approached by some folk who turned out to be some evil dudes. Yeah, wraiths. Archie was contacted by the bird.
No, void rights.
That's it.
Void rights? There you go. Archie was contacted by our resident bird, our resident feather friend, and told, basically don't start sailing now. So we ended up waiting around till night, which was when we got chased. And that was about everything that happened last session.
No, it was don't sail at night. Wait until the day.
And then we did that.
And then when we
and then we did, and then we
Yeah.
got chased.
Yeah.
You did, in fact, get chased. But you did pretty well. I screwed up for those who have been caught up on like, the stream and everything else like that. I did fuck up one of the rules regarding ship combat. I was supposed to be using whoever was piloting the ship for the reflex saves and stuff like that, but that's not what I was doing. But it's fine. It all worked out in the end. And not a
Yes.
single person died.
Very
or a
good.
shark.
Yeah, fuck you, Matt.
It's fine. However, as we open up for tonight's game, you have arrived back in Miranda Bay with Johnny Squawker, or Johnny the Parrot, waiting for you at the docks. And I will pass it on to you players, as he goes, "Ahoy!"
Oi!
Yeah. Obligatory pirate.
What's funny?
So, how is everything?
We got the, and I just sort of like hold up, the captain.
Hendrix? No. Hawkins? No.
Hendrik.
Hendrick.
Hutchins.
It is Hutchins. There we go.
I sort of
Yeah.
hold him up, and I'm like, we got him.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm so glad. I kind of expected him to bring back his head, but bringing him back alive is also good. So, we should all have a drink.
Someone would
Sunshine?
appreciate the rest of him.
Sunshine looks really sad when he hears that he could have killed him.
Oh no, I prefer alive. Let's be completely honest, but
That's true.
fights happen, you've been through a lot. But how about we go back to the empty perch, talk a little out there, and you can fill me in on what happened, yep?
Yeah.
That sounds great.
So, he takes you all back to the empty perch, which is the screen we are currently on, and he sets aside the private booth for all of you again, and orders some drinks. Once the drinks are live, he goes, "Okay, so, what happened? From what we could tell, you were below Miranda Bay, and then you were elsewhere, and now you're back."
The temple tried to eat us.
It did.
It was
Okay.
quite hard.
Came alive. And then it tried to eat.
The entire temple.
It was kind of fish-shaped.
Okay, well, that would explain the sinkhole in the middle of Miranda Bay now.
Oh.
The temple was fish shaped, but things went pear shaped. Shape of the pear? Pear shaped. Yeah.
Pear shape.
I think you're right with that one. So everything went wrong then.
Oh, I know
Not
everything.
everything. We got
We
him.
managed, we managed to get him, and we got most of Hutchins' crew out of there alive. And we managed to capture Hutchins alive.
No,
Did we?
no,
We
they-
did
they-
not get the crew.
the crew
fucking died.
All died on the escape run.
I don't know this.
This is better knowledge. I do not know it. Well, look, we did have a couple of survivors climb out from the sinkhole, but otherwise, I mean, you got Hutchins. Did you get anything else? Did he actually find anything down there?
Did he find anything?
A magical ship?
Oh, I'm sorry, a magical ship?
I mean, was the ship magical or was the temple magical?
Or was that weird statuette of a lady magical?
Ah, that's right. The weird glider statue. We've got that around here. So, no, do we? No, we didn't. I don't think we moved it.
It's on the boat.
Is it? Oh, that's right, because he taped it to the mast, didn't he?
It taped
yeah.
itself.
That's right, it attached itself to the mast and tried to get it and got us out of there. Oh.
After the whole thing, like, screamed about not freeing her or whatever.
Mm.
So that's not ominous at all.
I mean, do you tell him about that?
No,
Yeah, I tell him.
absolutely not.
I mean,
Yeah, I tell him.
you tell him?
I'm like, so there was a statue, and it was like an evil lady statue, and it told us not to free her. But then when we were getting on the boat to get out of there, the statue flew and then it attached itself to the mast, and I'm pretty sure it's still on the boat.
Oh,
And then the giant fish chased us.
okay, so... Wow, that is a lot. And I never really expected that to be below our little city. Look, I'll be honest with you, I was expecting some sort of smuggling hole that was forgotten by someone.
Not really.
Yeah, no, this absolutely explains why Hutchins was down there for a little bit longer than probably
No.
necessary.
So our
I'm not
pay.
super sure they could get out. Yeah, our pay.
You want pay? Yeah, no, I got your pay.
Yeah.
He reaches into his pockets and pulls out 4 bags of gold.
Oh. You will
It's
never let us down, do you, Johnny?
pre-split.
Now, there's 100 gold pieces in each of there.
100 gold pieces?
So Sunshine takes that and just immediately, it disappears into the folds of seaweed. And you can't see it anymore.
Alright, well, that's certainly not one of the weirdest things I've ever seen, but it's up there. Now,
Sunshine, you turn around and immediately like you would know that this happens. Immediately Pebbles is leaning over, like ever so gently over the swarm of rats that kind of pools into the shadows around us as we're like sitting and have kind of snuck in around us. And he leans down and places a single gold piece into the paws of whichever the one with the biggest hat is. I guess we'll call that Head.
Yeah.
Into the paws of Head, and Head gives him a tiny little rat salute, and then the piece just fucking vanishes.
Yeah.
I was doing business
Into
with you
the
boys.
swarm.
Yes, into the swarm, and you hear a small
me-
little clink as it's somehow kept with other gold pieces.
Let's add that to their inventory.
one singular gold piece.
I've probably done this before. They can have a little bit more than that.
Now,
We
those
figured out on break.
those 100 gold pieces for each of you. Look, 2 parts. One, that is absolutely your share of this, and you know the price on Hutchins' head. But also, that's kind of something of a forward payment for another mission that I have. I discussed this with you previously. I've got a little bit of assignment, but I wanted to make sure that you were all up for it. And considering how you have handled yourselves in everything that has happened, I think you're ready for it. Or at least something towards it.
What you got?
Well, so there is a... Look, the islands are kind of littered with all sorts of buildings and temples. People have been trying to, like, build on the islands for forever. None of it's really stuck. However, there's a temple complex about 6 days sail from here. It's kind of built into the island itself. Has been abandoned for hundreds of years. However, we recently saw the Crown Fleet picking over the temple itself. Now, as they were doing whatever it was they were doing, some other pirates thought they would get in there, hopefully hunt some crown, get some gold, some bounty, and basically both crews left. I want someone, and he kind of looks pointedly at all of you, to go to the temple itself and see what the crown was looking for. Because if it was worth them to sneak a ship into the archipelago, then it's worth something to me.
Alright. Directions?
He will give you the directions to your navigator. Because
Who's that?
I dutifully jot them down.
Because I personally
There we
am
go.
terrible with geography.
That's okay. We'll sit together on World Anvil or something and do a world map sometime. That'd be fun.
That would be fun, I think.
That'd
I'll
be
have to pencil
sick.
that in. Something for the whole archipelago. Otherwise, get some rest, get some sleep, get some food. I might have a couple of other side missions that you can do on the way there. Help generate a little bit of extra coin for yourselves and your new ship. And speaking of, in the morning, if you meet me at the Beachside Bazaar, I might have a surprise for you.
I like surprises.
I like
Me too.
surprises as well.
Well, the other half of what's owed. Otherwise, your lunch is on me. Do whatever it is you want to do in Miranda Bay. Otherwise, I will talk to all of you in the morning. And with that, he gets up and exits.
All right, team.
Oh.
What are we doing tonight?
Matt, I just have a quick rules question for you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
So, would the archipelago be covered by one survey map, or do I need to get an atlas?
I would be
of
covered
survey
by.
maps?
It would be covered by one.
Okay. Cool.
Not hugely detailed, however.
Okay.
But as my understanding of survey maps go, it's more the outlines of places, not the actual exactitudes of everything.
Yeah, they give you having a map gives you a +1 item bonus to survival checks and skill checks to recall knowledge.
Yep.
That's what they do. Okay. Also, can I buy an item above my level? It's a survey map.
I think that's like the one definitely. I think everybody's okay with that, right?
Yeah, no, that's
I mean,
fine.
Yeah, it's just a level 3 item, and I was like, well, shucks.
So close.
How much is it though? Do we need it yet?
It's 10 gold pieces. I would say it's a high priority for Sunshine. He
Okay.
likes maps.
All right. Do it.
Just gonna have to
So,
start making
but-
your own.
Yeah, we can. I just wanted to make sure that when we did get a chance to go to a merchant, that I wouldn't be hashing this out then.
Oh no, that's
and
fine.
pulling it on you. So
Oh no, look, I appreciate it. But you have the entire afternoon ahead of you. What do people want to do?
Sunshine probably will go find a cartographer.
A cartographer?
Yeah.
What do I do?
What do we do?
With
Well-
the drunken sailor, what do we do?
Okay, so true story. I've reinstalled Assassin's Creed Black Flag and I've been playing it, and I
Oh,
forgot how
yeah.
fun it is to collect the shanties and just start sailing,
Absolutely.
and they kick in randomly. It's like, oh man, this is so good.
Yes. Absolutely.
But so a cartographer.
I'm gonna follow Sunshine around, of course.
Yes.
And 5, you're going to be following Sunshine around. Is there anything 5 particularly wants?
Not really.
You are level
Um,
2. It is a bit early for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And your
while
stuff
I'm-
doesn't kick in till next level anyway.
No, my stuff's already kicking in.
Yeah, but the thing you
Okay.
really want,
Oh, you mean transforming?
being able
Yeah,
to turn to a
yeah.
shark.
Yeah, but things can be pretty cool right now. I mean, for example, while they're in the, like, as they kind of head out to the, towards the cartographer, Sunshine, who has much, much better eyes than I do right now, especially, like, bright, blaring daylight when my eyes are not at their best. Sunshine kind of, like, gets my attention, points up at the sky, and I let out, like, the most ridiculously piercing whistle. And immediately this slightly bedraggled, slightly weird looking, I can't actually get. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Albatross swoops down out of the sky like a fucking bolt of lightning and just like crashes onto my shoulder, and it's only with like my pike well slotted into the ground that I managed to stay put. And then this majestic looking bird, who is a bit bedraggled and just a bit odd looking, immediately
Yeah.
plays dead around my neck, like some kind of old what are the fluffy things called? The lei, not the lei.
The feather boa.
Yeah, like a feather boa, like a really
Yeah.
odd-looking feather boa. It just immediately collapses around my neck, and I sigh.
Well, that's a
And
good
this is-
range.
And this is me introducing everyone to Omen, my albatross animal companion and second animal companion.
I am Ian, and I cannot think of a new name for my animal companions.
What do you mean?
How many how many times have you had a animal companion named Omen?
What do you, I don't think so. Oh, I think just twice. Was the Displacer Beast also called Omen?
The Displacer
No.
Beast, the Displacer Beast kitty.
Oh.
Oh, I think that was the same thing.
Just
Anyway,
kinda scrub
this one's
out the
called
name.
Omen. This one's called Omen because it's another tongue-in-cheek thing.
Yeah, no,
But anyway.
I get the reference.
Yeah. She
Like-
just kind of collapses around my neck and then immediately like stands back up again and starts like pecking my ears and stuff like that and searching my pockets for food.
Okay,
So
so
that's it.
but wait, by your own admission, it ate an omen.
Yes.
Cool.
Hmm.
It's a good story too, but I'm not telling it to you now.
Mm-hmm. Haven't
Just
thought
trying
it
to-
up, have you?
Yes, I have. It ate a cat.
Well, there we go. See, now we know.
Yeah, but it would have been cooler if you'd asked me in character and I'd have been like, yeah, he ate a black cat.
Neat.
Well, we
And
will
I'm
have
not gonna
to...
call a bird. I'm not gonna call a bird cat. That'd just be dumb. Who would do that? Anyway,
Wow. Yeah, we're not going to go into some of the names that Nick has had for his animal companions.
Cool, Matt.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, Archie, what are you up to? What are your plans for the afternoon?
I'm gonna go find some hand wraps of Mighty Blows.
And really? Mind blows?
Wow. Okay.
And wrap my hands.
In the hand wraps of Mighty Blows?
Yeah.
Well, that's something that can be definitely sorted out. And Sola.
Before everyone leaves, I'm going to ask for their laundry. So that I can get ahead of that.
You get the feeling that Sunshine just looks at you like you're the weirdest person ever.
Mm-hmm.
I look at you the same way.
And
Any
you've
of
already
your-
got mine because I'm used to this
Yeah,
routine
yeah.
by now.
Any of your clothes more than 3 days old, I need to wash. We have been over this.
Fine, but I'm getting changed privately. And I will, before we leave, step off to a changing room, pull some clothes out of my rucksack, and come out wearing an almost identical outfit. And toss you a single set of, like, overkins.
Sunshine looks down at just sort of like the mass of seaweed, takes
And-
out a couple pieces of seaweed, and hands them to Sola.
I sigh at you and take your black bandana off, pull a completely identical one from my bag, and rewrap your head. Alright, that's everything.
Or
I'm
you
gonna
didn't
go
have
do
to
the
take
washing.
my eye patch.
Yeah, but we've got 4 of them. We bought 4 of them. We should use 4 of them. Waste not, want not. Isn't that why you got the rats? Waste not, want not.
The rats who are just like eating like a little bit of roadkill outside the bar just sort of look in and then they go back to it.
Rats
they
are
know they were
clean
mentioned.
animals, right? Like, they clean themselves a lot, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool,
They're
so I
very
probably
clean.
have, like, a whole bunch of tiny hats as well. It's great.
Oh no, you have 4. Did we decide how many rats there are that are
Three.
named?
Three
There's 3
tiny
named rats. There's
hats.
heads, shoulders, and knees, and we don't know what happened to toes.
We don't talk
Um,
about toes.
We don't talk about toes. No, we don't actually. No, actually, none of us know what happened to toes. But if the rat swarm ever gains sentience and we ask them about it, they will not like tell us. You know what I mean?
If.
Shh. When the rat swarm gains full sentience. Sorry, I don't know what came over me there, doubting it.
I mean, it's possible. It might not happen. Wow. The silent confidence in me. I
Mhm.
love it.
Matt, do you have a vendor?
A vendor for the map? I do not.
For the map. Okay, I'll just grab one. And then do you have a vendor for a fundamental weapon rune of potency?
I should do.
Okay.
Do you want to go to the Rusty Cutlass?
Sure, I'll go to a rusty cutlass.
Not just a Rusty Cutlass, the Rusty Cutlass. As you walk into the store itself, there is a pop and an explosion that happens. The back door kind of blows open, and in walks a dwarf. His hair is singed in places, but he's got it tied back comfortably. And he kind of lifts up his beard shield and goes, "Ah, new friends! Hello, how can I help you? I am Sergey, this is my place."
I'm with him.
I'm looking for one of them rocks that you like hold to the weapon and then like you
A
do
whetstone?
some like no, like the magic ones that like make it better of hitting things.
Ah, the magic ones. I see.
Arr.
So what, yeah, after a little bit of extra damage, a little bit more hidden power.
A +1 weapon potency rune, please.
I think we could do that for you. He goes behind the counter and pulls out one of the rune stones in question. And I think you will find that it is the chest off to the left. Should be your vendor, and it should have the +1 runes. If not, that's fine. I can add them.
It's
Or-
just got a bunch of +1 weapons.
It does have a bunch of +1 weapons. That said, if you just want to do the +1 to your weapon yourself and then deduct the 35 gold pieces, I'm happy for you to do that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Instead of having to go for all that micromanagement stuff.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Any chance you remember the color code
Which color
for
code?
my purple? The color code for my purple? I'll be so impressed if you do. It's 297 something.
Okay, so I have it written down somewhere.
Oh, don't worry about them. I'll go do it later.
Ah, this is for your bird?
Yeah.
Ah, easy done. Yeah, he gives you the runestone and goes, "So, can I help you with anything else?"
I don't actually think so. I think that's it for now. But thank you.
You sure I can't bother you for a pistol, perhaps? You're looking a little bit lacking.
Or why do I need a pistol?
Well, to shoot people, of course. No.
But I can stab them. And Sunshine does a very aggressive stabbing motion.
Alright, but I can stab him, and I just like as soon as I hear him say this, I immediately step like 3 to the side, and then even after the stab, I gingerly rub the left side of my ribs as if remembering like old incidents.
Well, he goes, "Well, fair enough then. You, my other new friend, is there anything I can interest you in?"
I'm good, thank you though. I'm just here for Sunshine.
Well, he kind of looks at the roof and goes, "Well, I don't think you're gonna get much sunlight here, but this is okay. I'm not going to hold it against you."
That's okay. I have my own personal little ray of sunshine, and then I like just start cackling like a dumbass. Like I think that's the funniest thing in the world.
He
that.
actually joins you.
Roll a performance check to say if Sunshine
fuck off.
thinks it's
No.
funny.
Oh, okay. To see if Sunshine thinks it's funny?
Yeah.
I think you humor me. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you do look up to me. Okay, performance?
Yep.
Oh, man!
Oh, that's so funny. That's the funniest thing.
So, a natural 20. First evening.
I think we've been along. We've been alone on voyages. We've been along for the ride together a long time. Our senses of humor are probably pretty dark and pretty punny, and probably like align quite well. It makes good sense. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. But no, like I said, Sergey also kind of joins in with the laughter.
And
You're a
from
funny one.
my shoulder, Omen also laughs, and he's like a big black and red albatross who looks a bit off. It's weird. I guess more honks. I don't know what sound. I know what sound pelicans make. I don't know what sound albatross make.
Sunshine, or not Sunshine, R5s,
Aye. Yeah.
you got anything you need to be buying with your newly acquired version?
Not really. I've paid the rats their obeisance so that they won't eat me if I die.
Love that it's like an insurance policy.
Is there anything you think I should buy? I've got all of our old basics and a bunch of extra rations. I don't know. I don't really use these. And I gesture to like the spear that I've got. And this is still in good nick, and I gesture to my shield.
Juliet doesn't know of anything, so.
I looked at like second level items and like aside from I've got a ton of rope,
Oh, look,
but
at second
we're also
level,
sailing.
it's consumables.
Yeah,
It's
I think we're
consumables
good.
and mundane items. As soon as you get, if you're a weapon user of any kind and you get your first fundamental rune for your weapon, you're usually pretty good at second level.
Oh, I could get I could buy a spell rune, couldn't I? Are we using those?
No, unfortunately.
We're not using those for this campaign?
I got told off for using them.
Oh, why not? They were awesome.
No,
Who told you off?
No, we talked to a bunch of people. This was within the development for Sinclair's Almanac, and we had a very large, very long discussion about it, and we did come to the decision that the spell runes were probably off base.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, I'm also gonna sell my Tide Stone.
Sell the Tidestone? You can absolutely do that.
What if we want it though? Does it only work in one place?
I think it had like a limited charge. Let's put it this way. It
hang
was
on,
a
I'm gonna roll
treasure
nature.
item, not a...
Well, but if it depends how much it's worth. I got a 19, Matt. Is this the one-use thing only good for local use? Or could this be used again?
If you want to use it as a reagent for a magical item down the road, it's something you could use.
Okay.
Otherwise, whatever magic was within it has been spent.
Cool. I sold it. I clicked the sell button.
Okay, how much did you get for it? Because I might.
5 gold pieces.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna take it and I'll hand you 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
I have some ideas.
Grab a Tide Stone and add it to your inventory.
Is it under treasure?
I assume so.
It'll be a custom, it was a custom item.
It'll be a custom item. That's okay. I'm just gonna create a dummy item and call it Tidestone.
All
Yep.
right.
Tidestone of Golganeth? What?
What? I don't get that reference, but it
It
sounds
is
cool.
World of Warcraft.
Tidestone.
I can't
Item
wait
1.
till I hit next level and I complete my all of my tools for navigating.
Yes.
It'd be so fun.
You still need the
I
sextant.
still need an astrolabe and I need a watch.
Are astrolabes still like 1,000 gold pieces, or did they fix that?
No, they're like 50.
Okay.
For a ship astrolabe is 50. but I need a watch and an astrolabe.
A watch?
Yeah, you need a watch to properly use an astrolabe.
Okay.
Because you need to know
watch
what time,
know what
Green
time it
chronometer.
is.
Yep.
in order to know why the stars are.
Yeah.
Well, I'm learning extra things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's keep moving this along. We don't want this. We want to definitely do stuff and get to this temple discussion. So
Shopping
I think that's us do.
episode.
No shopping episodes. I think that's done, Matt.
Yeah, that's the two of us done.
Well, Archie, your hand wraps are pretty easy to get. Do you need me to drop them into your inventory, or...?
That's alright. Am I allowed the +1 striking version or just the +1?
Just the +1.
Oh. Guess I'll have to wait a couple levels for the striking room.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like there are some level limitations. But if there
It's
is
almost
something...
as if Matt talked about this with us.
There was a little bit of discussion. I did say at the start of this campaign I was probably going to be dropping more money on the party than they probably need. But that was... But that was to encourage, like, the buying of potions and other consumables, and, you know, have a little bit of weapon variation in there. And, you know, we'll see how it works out. But otherwise, if no one has anything else left for the shopping, what is everyone doing with their evening? As you reconvene at what I would assume is the empty perch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, probably.
With the laundry all done, I assume.
Of course. I'm efficient at my tasks.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I
We need to do anything. We're just gonna set off in the morning for the temple, right?
Yeah.
I'll make everyone a nice.
We should probably discuss shipboard roll.
Shipboard rolls is one thing to discuss.
What tasks people will perform on the ship,
Sola is cook.
both in and out of the battles.
It's mentioned, and Sunshine just looks up from the map that's like as big as him
Yeah.
and is like, "I be navigating."
Right, oh, Sonny's gonna be the navigator then.
Can also do repairs.
So we have navigator.
I'm
and
in charge. I guess I'll be in charge of quartermastering. Oh no, I guess no. Sam wants to be captain, doesn't he?
Sorry. Arrgh. Yeah,
Okay.
I shall be the El Capitan.
El Capitan.
Well,
We shall have to send Zoro after you then.
Because I've got the.
did you just make a fucking One Piece reference?
No, Zoro, as in, like, no, I mean
Oh,
a Zoro
Legend of
reference.
Zorro.
Okay. Sorry, you said Zoro and my mind went to pirates because we're playing pirates, not Mask of Zorro.
Zorro, show your mate.
Anyway, we can talk about that later.
We absolutely can.
I think it's time to go to bed.
Time to go to bed? Well, with all the ship rolls assigned, you will also have to think of a name for the ship. I believe Golden Girls has been floated.
Golden pearls.
No,
Golden Pearls.
I think Wave Song was my suggestion.
And I decided on an improvement of Melody's Wake.
I was fine with whatever. I didn't actually come up with one.
Well,
I didn't do my homework.
that's okay. Like, this isn't... I'm not gonna grade you on it, jeez.
The author.
It's fine, everyone else can do that for me.
Betty Whitewater.
However, the night passes and morning comes again. And Joni is waiting for you in the empty perch to take you back to the beachside bazaar.
How odd.
Where he goes, "So, Do you want to see your surprise? Your present?
Surprises.
Sure.
Sure.
Indubitably.
He takes all of you.
He's taking us somewhere. Ah.
It's a bit of a drag, I'm sorry.
Dragon.
You
Wow.
get it? Cause I dragged it?
Yeah.
Real knee slapper, that one.
Yep. And he points up to the two ships that are just in the water. Not to the two longboats, but to the two bigger ones. And he goes, now, I know you have a little bit of a ship, and I'm sure it's fine and dandy for what it is, but, and he gestures to the two ships off in the water. If you want something a little bit better, if you want, you can choose one of them.
I'm gonna recall knowledge with sailing lore to see if one of them is just outright better than the other.
Go
I doubt
for it.
that. What do they have for deck guns, Matt?
They're not outfitted with guns. You can bring those yourself.
Okay.
And you do have a swivel gun on your other ship at the moment.
Well,
Now, Sunshine, with your 19 for sailing lore.
Are we? Keep
Yep,
going.
sorry, Sam.
Keep going.
Keep going. With your 19, both ships are mechanically very similar.
Okay.
They're both of the same item level.
Okay.
However, they both have different advantages and different disadvantages. The one to the north here is what is known as a ramshackle salvager's sneeze. Like the
Bless
class
you.
of the vessel is known as a sneeze. They're known for being pretty quick, a little bit durable, but more to the point, they have the curious ability to camouflage themselves as a wreck. And looking out to it, it does in fact look pretty
Botched.
patchwork, pretty held
Yeah.
together with, dreams and a wish. But you know from reputation that despite their appearances, the ships are, well, they stay together pretty well under fire.
which one's faster?
Which one's faster? Well, the second one, the one down to the south here, is what is known as a gull.
Uh-huh.
It has a base speed of 30, but it also doesn't have the usual problem that most ships have, which is sluggish. So it can turn on a dime.
Ooh.
Ah.
Okay.
Back to my
I
question.
will relay this to the crew, or to the rest of.
Yeah, to the
Our
crew.
crew.
Crew works.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
your crew.
Back to my question, Matt. Now
Yep.
that we've got that information, if we were to sell the other ship, how much would it be worth, and how much stuff could we put on these new ships?
Well, considering it's already partially been broken and then repaired, and then, put together recently by magic,
Mhm.
it is possible, and let me just do a quick double check.
It might not even be worth the lumber.
Oh,
Yeah,
look,
man.
someone's always going to buy the lumber.
Yeah, we may be able to get like one deck cannon.
With a diplomacy check, you might be able to get a swivel gun.
Two
Then we'd
swivel
have the
guns.
gun. So we'd have 2 swivel guns then. Yes, Matt?
That is correct.
Okay.
We should-
What's your diplomacy, Sammy?
It's pretty decent. It is. +8.
8? Yeah, better than mine.
The
I've got
person
no
at the dry
diplomacy.
docks is kind of like, so, are you throwing in the figurine with it?
What did the
Oh,
figurine
probably
do?
not. The figurine is
It's like-
somehow magical and unknown. We need
Are
it.
we able to attach it to a different ship?
Oh, can I identify the figurine?
You can certainly give it a shot.
With Is identify a first level spell?
I don't
No,
think so.
It's a activity.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
an activity.
You want nature for it, Matt?
I mean, nature will work.
How
You got a
about
better
religion?
skill?
You can use any of your arcanes, not arcane, any of your magic skills for this one.
traditions.
Am I supposed to re-roll that?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
With the way the stream utility stuff works.
Yo.
Wow.
Can I hunt the statue as my prey?
No.
No, it's not
Okay.
alive. And check
I mean,
your
listen,
Discord,
I get
Juliet.
bonuses.
I know you do, but check your Discord.
The bird
What do you think?
looks epic.
Kind of influenced by you, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. If you got a favorite there, let me know.
Okay, will do. Let me roll you that. Or do I not need to make it blind for identify?
You can just do it public for now. And everyone is
Okay.
rolling really well. This is kind of unfair.
Nice.
We have a 24,
One-
27,
One
22.
crit. Yeah, one crit and two hard successes. Very hard successes.
Archie, do you want to get in on this?
No. Are these aid checks or?
No, this is
I rolled
just separate
first.
checks.
Yeah, we're just trying to identify.
Oh, sure. Has anyone rolled Arcana? No, I'll roll Arcana.
Well, I'm back on the ship because I'm taking off the deck gun because I'm really, really good at working with wood. Yeah? Are you
Yeah.
all 4 years old?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm in the middle of taking the previous deck gun off.
Yes.
I'm used to doing modifications and repairs as needed. I'm very good at those.
All right. So we'll go with the successes first, because only one of
Okay.
you got a crit success. Holy shit. These kind of figurines, I think I've described it earlier. They're miniature versions of figureheads, and they tend to be good luck charms, the equivalent of fuzzy dice that one would kind of hang over the rearview mirror of their car.
Or their
Okay.
escape can.
The power of this item will evolve as the ship does and as the crew does.
Okay. So it is in fact an artifact. Or not an
Relic.
artifact, a relic.
Relic.
Yeah. Alright, well then that's definitely coming with us. So I will attempt to, with as much care as possible, pull that away.
Well, that's easy enough for you to do, as it is
Okay.
aligned to you as a member of the as a member of the senior crew.
Okay, cool.
Yay.
Now, as you
So
level,
you would like a diplomacy check? Matt?
I would like a diplomacy check, but I've got one thing left for the critical success.
Mm-hmm.
Sola,
Hello.
as you kind of examine this figurine, using your divinely gifted powers, there's an intelligence in there.
Oh, snap.
It's currently hiding, as it does not want to reveal its presence just as yet.
Hello. Are you still there?
You managed to coax a singular name out of it.
Oh, Nick. Can I give you a hero point real quick? That was fucking great. That was a very premium Portal reference, or Portal in general reference for anybody who didn't get it. And it was absolutely godlike.
Goodbye.
I'm
Just gotta put that. You do manage to grab a singular name from it. So the name is Blue.
Blue?
Blue.
Like the color?
Yep.
Dubba-dee-dubba-die.
Abadi, abadi,
I am apparently the rusty cutlass.
I see you're going for the inventory list.
I did, yeah.
Did you actually
What
get
is
any
this?
weapons, or
Is it cool if I, like, they don't have it there? Can I buy a weapon that's not there?
Yep.
Cool, I'm buying a poly tool.
Sandalies?
What are you
like,
buying?
Hell
Divine
A
yeah.
poly
weapon?
tool?
Yeah.
What is a poly tool?
Something with like
really
versatile
cool weapon.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
But you have to
usually
interact to
Yes.
change. Still.
Proficiency with them tends to be a little bit fuzzy, but if you're a worshiper of Cassandra, it's considered your divine weapon.
Okay, cool.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching! Yeah, there was a rash of people who were like, yeah, no, absolutely, I worship Cassandra.
Give me the volatile.
Same thing with people being like, yeah, no, I'll totally be a gnome so I can get the flick mace.
Worth it.
But, like I said, Zola, the figurine is known as Blue.
And then it just sort of goes back into hiding.
Yeah, it's... You get the sense that it's not sure about all of you
Sunshine.
yet.
Understandable.
Unsure if you're even worthy as yet.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it.
Worthy. I am Archie. Just a dude.
Prove yourself as a captain. You've already done well so far. But
Okay.
as you continue, as you progress, you will unlock ever abilities and skills and things that will come with the ship and with Blue herself. However, do you want either ship? Johnny kind of gestures back to him.
I
Which
want
one
the
you after?
fast one.
They're both the same speed. It's just that one of them is more maneuverable.
Yeah, I want the maneuverable one.
The maneuver.
Okay.
I think being able to hide is like as a ship is pretty cool.
We got magic.
Okay.
We do have magic for that.
Okay.
We able to make fog clouds and stuff.
And there are
And-
spells on the way.
Yes. One of
Alright.
which I'm sure will be a druid's version of Longstrider, but for vehicles. So
Okay, then we can do the maneuverable one.
Maneuverable one? You gonna give yourselves a go?
We're gonna
yeah, I
gull
think
it
we'll
up.
take the gull.
We're super
Alright.
gullable.
I'll hurt you. You and your little dog too.
You like that dog.
I do love that dog. That dog's great.
Alright. Configure the ownership of it to all players. Now all of you should be able to interact with your new gull.
If we keep it strong, it'll become a lipper.
No.
And lippers are great in the rain.
So I'll be the one to like carry the statuette onto the ship, if that's okay,
Cool.
and like attach it to the new mast. If that's where it wants to be.
No. I think I've already stuck it in my. Do you really want to?
Just because I'm talking to it, you know.
Okay, sure. Done.
Seaweed is what can only be described as feeling up the pilot's wheel.
You mean seaweed? Do you mean sunshine?
Or yeah, sunshine.
Okay.
My brain is not working.
We're about to have a
today.
lot of companions on board, so I
Oh, it's
wasn't
gonna be
sure.
even more fun.
Yeah, no, sunshine. Is doing what can only be described as feeling up the steering wheel.
It'll only be worse if it was Konrasu.
Help. You're gonna have to get the things right. It's a pirate campaign. You get it wrong, then we're not proper pirates.
We'll get there. It's a learning experience for everyone.
It's only the 3rd episode, Matt. What are we gonna do?
Which one's the
I mean,
port side again?
technically, it's the helmsman's wheel. The helm is the general area where the wheel is. So, just saying.
So Sola always has like a big backpack on, and that's where she keeps. They keep all of their like kits and cookware and stuff like that. Once they're on the ship, they set it down gently, open it up, and take out a rather fluffy cat with short legs and orange hair, and place it on board. Everyone meet Middy, the new ship's cat.
You take Beast Mask?
No, I bought this with my extra gold
Oh, okay.
before we
What?
started the game.
You bought a cat.
It has been with me for some time.
It wasn't with you on the last ship you were on.
Sometime.
The brine rats look so offended.
Those
I
brine
saw
rats.
that.
Those
You
brine
see-
rats
you
do
see
not care.
shit. Shut up.
What did Sam do?
Sold the
Noted.
boat.
All right.
Sorry,
well,
someone
we'll get to work
mentioned
on-
cats. Someone mentioned cats, and my two started going off.
Hooray!
Hooray!
It's fine. Now, Johnny kind of gives you a little bit of the tour. It doesn't take long. There's not much to it. And he goes, well, while we're kind of on the boat and everything else, a little bit of some side jobs while you're on the way there. I've got a couple of jobs that need doing.
Well,
Collect you a little bit of extra cash on the way.
sounds good.
Now, I have 4. I would suggest you only take 2 though, because I don't want you getting too distracted.
Okay.
But I have a young father and son. They need some transport to an isle that's on your way.
Wait.
Our
Young
which
father and
isle?
son.
Gets at the note.
To which isle?
It's called Halen Isle.
Halen? Halen?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I think that's the first time we've ever had the same spelling.
Next.
Man, they should really put a fucking pronunciation guide for this adventure. Jeez.
I
Right?
know, for real.
Amateur move, right?
Anyway, moving on. Actually, I think it's a master move because that way everybody leads their own interpretations. You know, that's cool. Anyway, moving on. Next job.
The Guild of Hammers wants some things transported.
Artoir.
He kind of
Don't
pulls
worry
out
about that for now.
he pulls out a letter and goes, sealed contents until you accept the job.
Wow, that's dumb. All right, next.
Sunshine is just like holding his map, and he looks so offended that he won't tell him where.
Oh, look, I don't even know where, and I'm not gonna, like, the Guild of Hammers tells you to do something, and, you know, I don't want broken kneecaps.
Next.
Ramshackle Salvage have identified and marked a wreck that they want guarded until they can send a bigger ship
Oh
to...
my god, we're playing Sea of Thieves. Anyway, next. They have a wreck. They want towed or floored?
Guarded.
God.
Guarded. I'm not
Guarded.
doing that shit. I'm not hanging around. What's the last one?
The last one is there have been word of sea devils in the area, and they want them taken out. They've been harassing fishers.
bat?
Don't tell us yet. Do any of us know? Roll your
No,
nature.
Three checks.
that was me asking for what check.
Would Leshy, Littoral, Ratcatcher, or Sailing Lore?
Sailing law would cover it.
Okay. So they're not coastal. Give you that.
I'm gonna keep that one hidden for Sam's sake.
This is a natural one. Who knows? We'll find out when I get the information. It'll be very, very beneficial to us.
Sea devil for you,
Yeah.
for you, Sam, for you watching. Sea devils is a term that's usually given to pirates with a particularly fearsome reputation. You know, the ones that aren't really sociable.
Mm-hmm.
As for the rest of you, sea devils are a type of aquatic creature
Oh, we're not fucking with them then.
uh,
Continue.
known for their vicious temperaments and territorial natures. In
Are
particular,
they
regarding
animals? Or...
humanoid.
Okay.
In particular, recently there have been rumors that they're increasing in numbers. In particular, in the local area.
Okay. So are these beasts or are they humanoids?
Humanoid.
You said okay. So they're not beasts then. Okay. Well, then I don't really care.
Beastly.
Yeah, but they're not. Let's get a picture up. What were they called again?
Sea
I
devil.
can give you a picture.
Sea Devils F2E.
I would love a picture.
Okay. These are Naga. Or Naga adjacent.
Do-do. Show players.
That doesn't look like a pirate, Matt. These guys must be hallucinating.
Oh, they're little lizard guys.
Yeah.
I think they look friendly.
Yeah.
I think
no.
they look like they're little mischievous guys.
They look like Murlocs.
Do we want to mess with them? We're taking 2 of these jobs.
They're
They look
Murlocs.
like they have a real muddly laugh.
And
To
the
the-
pay on all of these is the same, or...
No, I'm sure it's different. There's no way the young father and son who need transport to Halen to pay the same as the Guild of Hammers.
That's correct.
I-
40 gold pieces for the transport.
Per person?
No, for
No,
both of them.
total. No. I think no. Because we've got a transport wreck from Guild of Hammers. How much is that? Not the relocate.
The Guild of Hammers is offering 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
And
I
the
reckon.
guard duty?
50 gold pieces and whatever you can get off the wreck. Ooh.
And sea devils.
The bounty is 100 gold pieces.
What if they're just driven away?
Also an option, but they would rough them dead.
Really want to go kill things. I don't really want to go kill things. No,
Why not?
that's pointless. It's not our problem.
The Guild
do you
of
mean it's not our
Hammers is
problem?
paying money. So, we could...
Let's do it. Wait, but we don't know where the Guild of Hammers thing is. Ah, fuck. Let's just do it. We're headed up to the temple anyway, and the temple's up north, right, Johnny? Bird boy? Bird boy?
That's correct.
Alright.
Not the worst thing
No.
I've ever been called.
That's a perfectly normal thing to be called. Lots of people eat birds. Weirdo. Anyway. Alright, anybody have opinions? I'm happy to do the Guild of Hammers thing and the, wreck. Might be able to pull
Isn't
a
that the
cool
same thing?
item.
No, there's father and son transport, Guild of Hammers, guard duty, and sea
And-
devils.
Isn't the Guild of Hammers asking us to guard?
No.
No, that's the reclaimer people, the
Ah,
salvage bros, or
The
whatever.
ramshackle salvage, yes.
ah.
Cool. So I think we just take the young father and son, send them off to ship them off to
Oh.
Halen Isle because that's not too far away, and do the Guild of Hammers thing.
Sounds fine to me.
Make the most money.
You want to do Guild of
Sea-
Hammers and Sea Devils?
Yeah.
I mean, we can. I'm not
I really
opposed.
want to kill things, but I guess I'm outvoted. Solo, do you have an opinion?
No.
Because
Okay.
they're gonna be an issue for us either way. Because if we end
Fair.
up sailing through that area in the future, they're still gonna be there, so we might as well get paid for it.
That's fair.
I
So
look.
Guild of Hammers and Sea Devils.
Yeah, we'll take those two. But as Archie says this, I look back at Sunshine behind me, and I hate it when he makes good points.
It's very difficult.
All right, cool.
All
We'll let
right.
Johnny know that we're interested in both of those things.
So except
Quest
for the
marker
Guild
was
of-
added to your map.
Kill two.
Hey, I'm
Give
down.
me a
Dude, I
quest.
love. Matt, how many hours have we played Sea of Thieves for? You know we love it.
Oh yeah, no, look.
Yeah.
I know it's not a complaint, but I'm also experimenting with some things that
Cool. I'm
probably
gonna go warm some
Usually
food.
I'll
I'll be
allow
back in a
If we
minute.
accept the job, we can open the envelope, right?
that is correct.
Can we
I'm
then
gonna open
hand
the
the envelope back?
Johnny kind of, if you mention that, he kind of pulls the letter back and goes, "I wouldn't suggest it."
Alright then. And I'll open the envelope.
All right. Now let's see if I can actually drop this into chat properly. There we go. That is the contents of the letter. Whoever wants to read it out can. Or I can read it out if you like.
Go
Sure.
to the dry docks and show the cargo manifest to the man behind the counter. They will load the cargo onto your ship. Once loaded, you are to proceed to the following coordinates: XXX. At the location, you are to await the arrival of a ship called the Persimmon. Once arrived, they will board your ship, unload the cargo, give you a payment of 100 gold pieces, and then leave. Once they have undocked, you are to leave the area immediately. Don't touch the cargo, don't tamper with the cargo, it's to be undamaged.
Easy job.
Yeah. Where are the coordinates, Matt?
The coordinates kind of place it in the middle of the ocean.
Okay. Is there anything of note around that spot?
Dead water, as it's commonly referred to.
Okay.
There are land masses that are in sight because they're not going to take you too far off the beaten path. But from your skills as a navigator, you're kind of like, this is in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Well, okay. Seems like a place where if you don't want your stuff getting tampered with, as they clearly don't, you might want to do a deal. A transport deal, as it were. So...
as for the Sea Devils, that's going to be a case of going for a little bit of a hunt, or set yourselves up as bait.
Okay. Do I know, like, where generally the Sea Devils inhabit?
You know they tend to stick to coral areas,
Oh, okay.
but it's also not uncommon for them to use aquatic animals as companions or mounts.
Okay. Coolio. Well, we should probably go to the dry docks.
All right. Upon arriving at the dry docks, sorry, one other thing, inside the letter is also the cargo manifest.
I assumed.
It lists one item, hammers, crate of, ×2.
That's two
Ah.
items.
So 2 crates, both of them contain hammers.
I would give the manifest to our dear captain.
Right.
Alright.
Or they're probably gonna want that at the dry docks. I also hand him the letter now that I've got the coordinates.
Indeed.
So, heading to the dry docks, hand over the
I
manifest.
will be heading to the dry docks. With
Well-
my... how much money did we make off of the selling of the old ship?
Enough for another swivel gun.
Enough for another silver gun. We
Okay.
all agree, by the way. We all agree, by the way, that this sounds sketchy as fuck, right? There's no way we're transporting hammers.
I put my finger up to my lips and nod.
No, I've said this after we've left, but yeah.
But yes.
Oh no.
Oh no?
So yes, we can pick up the extra swivel gun from the dry docks. Does that include
absolutely.
ammunition for it?
It will include 10 bowls of ammunition for it.
Okay.
Or
How
10
much is
shot.
ammunition?
From memory, ammunition is usually 10 gold per 10.
Okay.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, yeah.
I'm a druid.
Yep.
Correct.
There's not that many cool skill feats for nature.
Yep.
Can I make up a skill feat for nature?
You absolutely can. I'm also going to be making
Cool.
up some skill feats for sailing lore.
Can I have wood singing?
Fine, what's... Actually, talk to me about it later. Unless it's
Okay,
gonna be
cool. I'll do
immediately
it
relevant.
during the break.
Alright.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, but I think it's cool.
Alright. Well, taking the manifest to handing it to the man behind the desk,
Indeed.
he kind of looks bored but does the general thing But as soon as he kind of looks at the manifest, his face just kind of drops. He nods, stamps the manifest, and gives it back to you. He goes, "We'll work that up for you very soon, Captain."
Thank you
Well,
much.
smash it.
With
Alright.
that, some dock workers load 2 crates. Each crate is 5 by 5 feet. And both of them get loaded onto your ship.
Yay!
Okay.
Otherwise, anything else before you make way?
Ship equipment, Matt.
Yep.
What stuff can we buy for our ship? How much does it cost?
Unfortunately, at this point, not much.
We
It
could
doesn't
buy
cost
more
much.
ammo.
Nice.
You can buy
And
more
how
ammo,
much should-
certainly.
We should probably buy like at least 10 more shots. Because how many did we have for our other swivel gun?
We had
I-
10 at the time, and we shot a bunch, and I didn't keep track of
Did anyone keep track?
I think
Not
shot about
nice.
8.
Okay. I'll believe Matt.
Does the new ship come with cannonballs for the swivel?
It does not.
Okay. So it was 1 gold apiece, yes?
Yep. So if you want 100 cannonballs on board, you absolutely can. Or I should say 100 shots for the swivel guns. You absolutely can. Probably
Do we
wouldn't
need to
recommend
buy
it though.
the powder as well for it?
No, it's
or
all
just...
included. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
If you want to buy barrels of black powder, you can do that. Once again, probably wouldn't recommend it.
How long do we expect this voyage to take?
You were informed it'll be 6 days sailing.
Cool.
So we'll also need rations.
12 days.
Imagine needing rations.
You
right.
won't need to track the rations at this point. When it gets to the
No.
point where you have a crew and stuff like that, then yes. Also, you have a cook.
We still need to buy food, Matt.
You have to buy groceries to cook them.
Yeah.
Unless Ian's got conjure food and water.
Which I don't.
Not yet.
I hunt.
Words hunt. More to
Oh,
the
yeah.
point, I'm not
Have you
going to
got a
be doing the
fishing rod?
micromanagement of people's rations. I'll put it that way.
Cow.
But if you want to buy some extra cooking supplies for the ship to make it a little bit that much better, you absolutely can.
I'll buy 10 cannonballs.
10 cannonballs?
I will buy 10 cannonballs.
So we will have a total of 22.
Yeah. I'm just gonna add that as a. Backpack catapult stone.
I just added as treasure for now. Trust me, it'll be a lot quicker.
No.
Alright!
Rounds for an arquebus.
Otherwise, anything else before you set sail?
No?
Not that I can think of.
Alright. Well, with that, we might go to our 10-minute break then.
Alrighty.
Yay.
And then there's probably going to be some combat as soon as we get started. Oh, as soon as we get back. But that's going to be fun. I'm so glad you picked, like, these quests.
Yeah.
That sounds
the
suspicious.
high-paying ones, the difficult ones.
I definitely would not have picked the killing, and I definitely would have helped the people out. But that's Pebbles. Alright,
Well-
get out of here.
These
like
are complex
money.
options. Alright, well, we shall be back in about 10 minutes after we stretch our legs and do everything else like that. I might actually refill my cup. Otherwise, we hope to see you when we get back. I'll run an ad. There'll be a poll up for whoever you want to give a midpoint hero point to. Otherwise, see you back soon. Hey everyone, and we're back.
Midpoint hero point went to 5 pebbles.
Yeah,
Thank you, monsieur. Mademoiselle, whoever you are.
And only one person voted.
Well, it wasn't me.
Sonic.
Wasn't me.
Imagine voting.
Democracy.
Says the American. Jeez.
Imagine creating 14 Twitch accounts all of which you used exclusively to vote for Hugh Jackman's Huge Yacht Man on Nick. It's crazy, huh?
Pretty sure that's not how it went down.
Wild.
Well, you know.
I think I saw a thing the other day
It's called being
of a fake account analysis done on Elon Musk's Twitter account. And it rated him like 70% of the accounts that were following him were considered fake, which was like they'd never interacted with anything or they were bots.
Just Steam.
He is a sad man.
Poor guy.
He's just a sad divorced dad
Yeah.
who's also like really bigoted and problematic, but you know.
The
No,
sad
we're
divorced
used to
dad
those.
that disowned their child.
Yeah.
God.
All right.
Because he's an asshole.
Let's see.
There
I
it
need
is.
to. Yeah, but he also named his children inexcusable things.
No, I'm not getting into it because I just remembered one of the names.
Yeah, they're
Hey
bad.
Matt, are you on Threads yet?
No. I've considered it, but it's the Zuck thing.
Yeah. He zucks you in.
Oh no, look, there's
Dude, I can't wait for them to fight. Can we say that? Is
Okay,
that
all
allowed?
I'm saying is say you will what you will about Mark Zuckerberg. At least he knows how to run a social media platform.
No, he doesn't.
into the ground.
He spent billions on trying to make the metaverse a thing, and it just wasn't working.
Yeah, because it wasn't a social media platform. I
I
never
mean,
said he
she's
knew
got
how to
you
He
run
there.
a
wanted
company.
it to be a social
Oh,
media
okay.
platform, though. He wanted people to interact on it.
Hmm.
So, I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to it.
anyway. So, setting sail upon the Aqua Majoris.
Cool. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna do some wood singing, and I'm gonna try and mount. Are both of these? Is this wood to wood in both cases, Matt?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That'll succeed. And that's fine. Okay. Where do we want these guns? Do we want them both forward?
I was assuming we were gonna want one on each side.
there's
Although I
swivel
don't think
guns.
they have arcs because they can swivel.
I can't move these. I can't move the gun.
You probably can't at the moment. So let me know where you want them.
First of all, Chum is healing up to full. That shit's not okay. There we go.
Front and back, left and right.
I was
let's
thinking
just
like
do-
there and there.
Yeah, let's do there and there.
So, one to the front.
Here in the midship.
Port and starboard.
Midship, port, and starboard, yeah.
It's no longer a magic cannon.
No, unfortunately.
Then just control copy, control paste. Alright. We need to send this token to the back.
Ship.
Yeah.
So, the module that I was using for that has gone through one little change. You should still be able to go to the bottom of the ship and, just take your tokens to the front. But it also does a fun little outline for where they actually are beneath the token, which I think is kind
I
of
will say it doesn't let me push tokens that I don't own.
No, it does not. So every time we click on the ship, the two swivel guns are going to disappear, but that is okay. We will live with that.
I will be establishing a separate folder for all that. The other idea, of course, is I'm just going to add the actions for the two swivel guns into the ship itself, which will probably be better in the long run. However, the two swivel guns are attached, and you have set sail upon the ocean blue. What are people doing? You got a couple of days
Helming.
of sailing?
Yes, I will be helming. You'll navigate.
I'll
That's like a-
navigate.
That's like a full-time thing you got to do.
It is.
Make sure you don't
I've
get
got my
lost.
compass and my map and I've sort of like, and I've got like a ruler, and I'm mostly guessing on the time, which is not really something you should be doing while trying to dead reckon, but
We should have gotten a rowboat.
We'll put
although
one
I
up at a
guess
deserted
we're-
island.
we're probably staying consistently within sight of land, so Sunshine's not actually having to do a lot of dead reckoning.
Yeah, not until we get to the very end, and even then, I can try and help you out with a nature check to figure out exactly what time it is.
And at
Or
least
close
someone will
enough.
have not recall north, no direction.
Oh, I've got a compass.
Which works well. Until
That
the
works
magic
too.
happens.
It tells me what north is.
So, navigation roll. Archie, you're helming.
I am.
Solo, what are you up to? There it is. North.
I'll be doing all the busy work that needs to be done to keep the ship going, like
Oh,
cooking.
I will
and-
join you. I will join you in cleaning out the bilge and making sure everything's like ship shape and done.
Wonderful.
I assume you've already adhered our little toy friend to the mast. Yes.
Yes.
Well, have you communicated to any of us that it is in fact like it has a bit of like thing in it?
Honestly, probably wouldn't have like brought it up, but anytime someone like refers to it, Solo would probably just be like, "Their name is Blue," and then just keep on like mopping or whatever.
Well, I'm gonna as soon as the first time you do that, like I immediately like jump on it. What do you mean its name is Blue?
It told me its name is Blue.
It spoke to you in your mind?
Hey, real quick, Matt, did it speak to me in my mind or through my ears?
It was more of an impression.
Did it say words to you?
Like
I don't know how to answer this.
The query was
I'm
something along
rolling-
the lines of, what are you? Who are you? And the only
Rolling a
response you got
D20.
back was blue.
Okay, we're fine. I'm not gonna try and burn the totem down.
That was the impression that I got from it.
I'm gonna walk up to the totem, Matt.
Yep.
Are you evil?
All I'm saying is that the totem definitely was alive, so I should have been able to hunt it as my prey.
I just continue looking at the totem. Are you evil?
Give me a diplomacy check.
Stones, have you got cabin fever?
No, but I've worked with things that fuck with people's minds before. This thing could be evil.
Yes, it's usually words.
You're spending a hero
no.
point on that?
Yeah,
And
of course I am.
Into a
Uh,
9, which is what we call an
JPEG.
evidence.jpg.
JPEG. Let's go. That is my second of the campaign, which I also re-rolled to get a 9. Very cool.
Wow. You do not get a response from it.
Guys, I think we might have to burn it.
We're in the middle of the
I'm-
ocean, Stones. Just
I'm serious. These
Just
things
calm
can
down.
control people's minds. I've seen this kind of thing
Lighting
before.
a fire aboard ship is probably not a good
Okay,
idea.
fine, then we should at least throw it overboard.
last time we tried to get rid of it, it came straight back.
Who's close to me, Matt, right now?
At the
I
moment.
mean, probably me. We just had a conversation.
Yeah.
I
Archie
wait till
will
you
be
go
at
back
the
downstairs.
helm.
I wait till you go back downstairs, and then I grab the totem and throw it in the ocean.
What do
I
you
am
do with the
mopping
drunken kobold?
entire goddamn ship.
Alright, I grab it, and I whisper quite sadly to it, I'm sorry, I can't take the risk. And I toss it over the side.
Oh.
Sunshine is just gonna reach down with his boarding pike and grab it out of the water.
Does,
Roll an attack roll.
do you even get to throw it? Because as I understand it,
happens?
it is compelled to come to the ship.
What happens, Matt?
Alright. Well, for starters, give me an attack roll. For...
Okay.
Sorry. Sunshine, give me an attack roll.
Okay. Yeah, you want an attack roll?
Good thing you got that potency root.
Can I hunt it as my prey?
No. Juliet, it's not alive.
Well, you have
20.
dark
Oh,
vision.
it's a 20.
It's a dirty 20. But that'll be enough to pluck it out of the water again.
Cool.
Sunshine, you know exactly why I'm afraid of this thing. It'll be just like the fire.
But like, it's not doing anything right now.
You're right. But if it does, you have to help me throw it off the ship. If it tries to control anybody, you have to help me throw it off the ship.
Arr.
Deal?
Deal.
We shake hands. All right, cool. I scurry back downstairs to where my pack is located.
Sonny, is that
withdraw-
a dragon rock over there?
What?
I'm interjecting on your conversation to get you back
Cool.
to task.
Cool. I head downstairs and
I
grab
go
a
back
couple.
to task.
Cool. I head downstairs and grab a couple of like small little candles, and I ever so gently hollow out some portions of wood around where the totem is, onto us. Like I'll make a little stand, and slot it underneath the totem, and then I put up some little candles, and like sprinkle some bread. And maybe even take a knife and shave off some pieces of like a gold piece. I will
Okay.
subtract 1 gold piece from my inventory.
All right. What are
And
you attempting?
I'm not attempting anything. I'm a kobold, Matt. I worship.
Okay. So worshiping the horde.
Not the horde. I'm just trying to like, if this thing is angry or like mean, I'm gonna try and appease it so that when it becomes angry and mean, it won't hate me or my friends.
Well, while you're doing this, give me a perception check
Okay.
or a nature check.
Sure.
Good soup.
Pebbles. Pebs. You do get the feeling that there is something off about the ship. There's a weird vibe about it.
The ship or the totem?
Just like there's something on the ship that doesn't belong
Ah.
and should not be.
Matt, is there a crimson book in those crates by any chance?
I don't know.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
So I want to know if I think it's the totem again, or if I am smart enough to realize that it's the crates. I got a 12. I'm good. Guys, I think the totem is speaking to me now. Archie, there's something evil on the ship.
Yeah, it's probably the crates.
Should we throw them? Should we throw them overboard?
It's not the job, Stones. It's not the job.
But what if something comes for them in the night? And eats us. We don't have a dragon.
We got
I
guns?
cast dragon claws.
You're not a real dragon.
I stick the helm for the time being and lean in real close to him. Yet.
Oh,
Oh, that's disconcerting, isn't it?
me either. Yet.
Exactly. One day,
Hmm.
both be real dragons.
Together?
Together.
I've always
Just different
assumed you'd get
colours.
rid of. Oh, okay. I've always assumed you'll get rid of me at some point. But anyway, right? Does this mean I should be worshiping the crates? If we're not throwing them overboard?
No.
Okay.
Take Solomon and go
probably just-
inspect them.
All right.
Even
done.
though the legend says don't pry them open, just give them a once over, see if you can figure out without touching them.
Yes, sir. I give you a neat little salute, spin on my heel, and go and grab Sola. Sola, Sola.
You've got detect magic, right, Nick?
I do. Sola, Sola.
Sunshine is about to say something and then just pipes down because he's not trying to do an insubordination.
Oh, okay. Sola, Sola.
Yes, Mr. Five Pebbles.
The captain said to go inspect the crates, and he said no worshipping this time.
Okay.
We're supposed to go find out what's in them, but we're not allowed to touch them, and we can't throw them overboard, and I'm not supposed to worship.
Not everything needs to be thrown overboard.
Oh, maybe. Maybe. Let's check out the crates anyway.
Let's go.
I will walk over to
Right.
the crates and cast Detect Magic,
How's detect magic?
which I do not have prepared, so I really fucking hope Nick does. Never mind.
You can change your
1 second, give me a
cantrips.
second.
Yeah.
Oh.
Primal
There we go.
druids and clerics can.
Yeah.
This magic? Question mark.
This magic.
Hey, Sola.
Hey.
Hey, I need you to make a will save for me.
Yeah.
Ah.
17.
Solar, you try to cast the spell upon the crates, and as you start bringing your magic to the forefront, the spell just kind of fizzles out.
Is that bad?
More to the point, you
It was
also can
bad.
no longer see the crates.
Can I see the crates?
You can see the crates, but to be more specific, Solar, every time you try to look at the crates, you feel your vision getting pulled away from them.
Sola, what's up? Was that bad? It sounded bad. It fizzled and it popped.
The crates are no longer an issue.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll go tell the captain. Archie!
What?
Sola says the crates aren't an issue anymore.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Well,
And as I walk down, to the main deck, I quietly bow again to the little figurehead, and then keep watching, out for stuff.
For stuff. Speaking of, could you give me a perception check for Chum, please?
Ooh, yes. Is anything bleeding, Matt? Can I
Chum's
auto succeed?
dead.
Not yet.
Is anything bleeding for an auto succeed?
Not yet.
Damn. Okay. Oh, chum.
Oh, buddy. Now I have to do a check. I have to see a thing. Damn. Alright, now. Cap'n O'Cap'n.
I'm not driving a taxi or a bus, Matt, so I don't know who you're talking to.
Archie.
Oh, me.
I-
Hi.
I also need a perception check from you. However, if you like, you can do a sailing lore instead.
Sailing law, because it's bigger number. Blind?
Oh, no, you can do it public if you like.
I don't know how to do chum stuff blind. It's like,
Fuck!
You
Man,
don't
it'd be-
see shit.
It'd be real nice if I got a
How many
Your
ones
hero
has
point.
that been tonight?
Oh, I got a hero point,
Right
that's
right about now.
nope.
I mean,
You already used yours? You used yours
I used
do
it
negotiations.
literally immediately.
Yeah.
The first roll I made.
Am I gonna reroll
I rerolled.
chums? I don't
Actually,
think I'm gonna reroll
both of my
chums.
rolls have been natural ones tonight. And
Anyway.
Matt, was my Arcana roll or whatever roll to find out about the sea
A
devils
natural one?
also a natural one?
Yep.
Okay,
Well,
I've
there you
literally
go.
rolled nothing but natural ones tonight. on
Anyway,
my first
now that we're done
rolls.
complaining, what's up, Matthew? What's happening? We're in a big old battle map.
You are in a big old battle map. Is with a sudden shark that you... Solar, you're doing the things around the ship, aren't you?
Of course.
You would be the first to see the slight dripping coming from the side of the ship.
Oh, hell no, I'm fixing that up.
And as you do this, you
What
see
is that?
you see like a cute little crab-like thing, just kind of
Oh
gnawing
my
at the
god,
hull.
is that a
It's the soldiers of the
trilobite?
sea! Quick, throw the shells back in the ocean!
You had your chance to evolve.
And you chose poorly.
I don't
Oh,
like
what
how
is-
it looks like it has a big nose.
Yeah, it looks like a trilobite decided to have sex with a globfish.
That is the most accurate description I have ever heard.
Mhm.
Right? Actually, no, we'll put them there. That said, I will get initiative from everyone else.
Oh, yo, dog! I heard you liked being at the bottom of the initiative order.
Because, yes, I do already have Sam's, and I also have, unless Pebbles, you want to roll your own separate perception check?
Wait,
Yeah, I'll roll
is
my own
this
perception
within a
check.
minute of me casting Dragon Claws, or would I have time to focus my...
You would have had time to refocus.
Oh. What the fuck?
Nice.
Wow.
Trip ones, baby.
Yo, Matt,
Yeah? What's up?
can you like?
What the
Not
fuck with
roll
those
better?
trilobite rolls? One of them has a 27.
Man,
Well-
we suck.
Why
I
are
guess-
none of them sharing squares?
And so we ended the campaign.
I
And
think
so
I'm
the
gonna do
campaign ended.
this. Just because I think I need to. Yeah, that's a
What?
little bit better.
So, use your hero point to reroll initiative?
I did, yeah.
Looks like
Oh,
we may need
right.
some hero
Going
points,
last
guys.
in initiative.
I know it's probably a bit early for people who are just joining us in
Sam,
the
roll
stream.
your initiative.
My
no, I'm grabbing
initiative
it
has
from
already
chat.
been rolled. I am at the end.
Oh, are you?
Yep.
6.
I can't even see you. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Just
All right,
added you
Matt,
in.
let's go.
Well, for those of us who are joining us to the stream, hello and welcome. This is Hoist the Colors. It is a homebrew Pathfinder 2 campaign themed around pirates. Just quickly, however, if you have 1,000 channel points, and you can grab channel points by, following the channel, of course, you can give our players or myself either villain points or hero points. And I'm sure they might appreciate it very, very soon.
We
However,
suck.
This is
We
gonna be
need
an
it.
easy combat. Trivial.
I mean, it says trivial. But we'll find out how that actually goes. Alright.
Let's
Yeah.
get this over with quick.
Absolutely.
Does this one scuttle up onto the ship?
It does.
Okay.
It kind of scuttles and shimmies across the deck towards you, Archie. And then it's just gonna do a cute little bite. Well, it's gonna try to stab you with its tail. It's gonna miss, however.
One more
Wow.
action.
One more action, and it's gonna try again.
Cool. Let's keep going. Is that a hit? That's probably a hit, right?
Actually, yeah, no, you're lower levels,
Sammy,
aren't you?
19 to hit you. That's a hit, Matt. Roll damage.
So was hoping to get away with it.
Cool. All right, next.
Alright.
Hello.
Hey, Sunshine.
Sunshine, can you bring your characters to the front, or is it only visible to me that my characters come to the front of the ship?
I can only bring
It's only your own
your-
character.
yeah, you can only bring your own tokens to the front.
Okay, we need to figure out ways to fix this then.
Yeah.
What does it look like on Matt's screen? Oh, on Matt's screen it looks perfectly fine.
It looked kind of pretty, actually.
Okay,
It's because
cool.
Matt owns all the tokens.
I own
Yeah.
it all.
You may just have to hand us all each other's tokens for ease of use.
That's fine. Oh, wow. That's actually going to hit you there, Sunshine.
Yeah, well.
Natha base?
Oh no.
2 damage.
2 damage. How will I ever recover?
Then it's going to swing again.
That's a miss. Next.
That'll be a miss. Our next little boy. I mean, I think we pretty much know how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
As it attacks you, Sunshine,
Hit.
that'll be just a hit.
Yeah. Oh no, 2 damage. Miss.
Nope.
Absolutely gonna
Critical.
miss. Alright.
Next. How fast are they, Matt? Is this 2 actions for it to try and scuttle all the way up the ship and onto the deck?
For this one, it will be.
Nice. Cool.
Oh yeah.
1 hit.
Stack, stack, stack.
That'll hit.
They're just gonna nickel and dime you, I think, Sunshine. As they continue to stab with their tails.
Nickels and dimes don't buy you much.
Unless you're in the 40s.
And
We're not in the 40s.
Come on, Matt. Come crit my shark.
oh, I've got 2 set aside for your shark. And it's gonna take a swing at you, Archie.
That misses.
That will be a miss. That's
Hey.
him for actions done. Pebbles, how are
Well,
ya?
we know what's happening here.
I'm interested to see if these guys bleed blue.
Tom's gonna
It doesn't
make a
actually
bite.
tell me if that's a hit or not.
That won't actually be a hit.
Uh-oh.
That won't actually be a hit, or it will?
Won't.
Okay. Well then, map 5.
The targeting thing's broken.
That's a hit.
That is a hit.
Take 6, Matt.
All right.
Okay. Great.
Oh, God.
Cool. And then I am going to lean over the side and do some spelling.
Just some side spillage.
Double
Ooh.
DC 18 basic reflexes, please.
All right. Who are you targeting?
Hang on, wait. I can do this.
Go
There
do
you
the
go.
thing.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. That's 1 failure. That's 2 failures. Give me that damage.
Hey, damage. 7 damage to each. That's got to be a kill.
I can't actually see any of the trilobites now.
Cool. All done.
All right. With your electric
just-
arc.
just- Sammy, just open up Matt's screen.
I still
looks
can't
much
see
better
them
on that. Oh, that's because they're under the ship, yes. Okay. Alright. And with my electric arc, yeah, I just kind of lean over, let loose a thing at the ones that Chum is engaging, and that's my turn.
Well,
Well
the
done.
2 trilobites just burst. And we do see the slight puddles of blue blood kind of just pour out of them. Sola!
Grab their blood.
They're royal. Kill them.
Oh no, I was gonna.
Sorry, I'm having trouble with my spells today. I have to keep loading and reloading my
I do not
sheet.
Nick
Why
has
does
forgotten-
Sola, the biggest one, not simply eat the other 2?
Get good.
I
We're gonna
will.
drop a bless.
Bless everyone within my range.
Which is
Yeah.
everyone.
Oh no!
Cool. So
unforeseen
everybody
circumstance.
just drag bless onto you. Or not?
Drag Bane onto me.
No, don't do that.
Why?
You're blessing the ship, Ian.
Oh, for
Hooray.
fuck's sake, I can't actually grab pebbles.
So
It's
down
okay,
down
I got
down
it.
the bottom of the ship token, you should be able to select yourself there, which will bring
Yeah,
you
I
to the
did,
front.
and that shows me. That makes it so that it shows me. But even then, it still doesn't want to.
There you go.
There we go.
We got
okay.
it.
I had done the same thing a second earlier, and it still didn't work. But anyway, keep going. All right, Solo. Last action. You gonna hit something?
Got 1
No.
left.
No.
Gonna
I
jump in the water
will- Why?
for fun.
The shark will
Oh.
rescue you.
I don't actually have nature, which is a problem. Can I check anything else other than nature on these guys?
I mean, they're pretty straight up animals, my dude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Do you have sailing lore?
No.
Something aquatic based?
No.
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 Kill him. Just punch something.
I will draw my polytool.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, I love
Done.
the icon they used for that. Alright, let me remove a couple of people.
It is literally a razor.
That is one of the things it has, yes.
So you're a skin saw cult.
God. Let's not bring those
Say
guys
it ain't
back.
so.
It's actually in bludgeoning mode.
Hey, Archie.
Darker Pebs. Okay, Archie again.
Miss.
Actually, no. You can actually reach Chum from here.
Yeah, do it. You coward.
I killed Chum accidentally. It's happened too many times now.
You can't do it. I already calced it.
You already kind of made sure
It
you
is
could.
a hit. Yeah, but go ahead.
I'd like to point out, Ian, the more he does hit, the closer he brings to killing it.
I know, I'm aware.
And is gonna try that one more time.
But it misses the second time, thankfully.
I'm rolling a lot of natural ones as well. I think this latest
okay.
update for Foundry is just
Yeah, absolutely.
Bad RNG.
one heavy.
It's my turn.
Yep.
First action, step.
Text of opportunity. No, you're good.
Second action, command. There, biting. Go ahead and throw me those for the 4 there.
Easy done.
Why did you have to
wow.
complain about
Really?
rolling ones, Matt?
Foundry was listening. What can I say?
They're all gonna take a little bit.
Yep.
And then I will hunt prey on one of them.
Yep.
You good?
And then I am gonna recall knowledge as a free action there.
Free action.
So, well, it's part of the same action. It's a combined action because I have Monster Hunter.
Weird
I thought you were
Rangers.
playing Pathfinder.
So
God.
Terrible.
does Rat Catcher lore apply here?
Ratcatcher lore does actually apply here.
Okay. So that's that, and then
Adding all your little fun ranger bonuses. I see how it is.
yeah, I am. Sorry. Okay.
You're fine.
I should have rolled that secret. Oh well.
You're out. This way stream gets to see it as well. 22. Well, that is definitely a success. So,
Okay.
what do you want to know?
Do they have weaknesses?
They do not have weaknesses, as they are pretty simple creatures. I will let you know, however, trilobites don't usually make the effort to go above water.
Okay.
It kind of takes a lot from them, and these are actually acting particularly aggressive.
Okay, there's something suspicious going on. We can address that later.
Shine! Get below decks and check on the crates!
They've
Um,
been possessed by the doll. Oh no!
Surprisingly, reflex is their best save.
Okay. Chill.
Is that Woden I
That's my
hear?
turn.
No, that's actually Chum. Alright.
Of Cheech and Chong. Alright.
No,
Matt,
don't
can you
Chumsky.
bring all the trilobites to the front so I can see where they are?
You got 3 here, and 1 over here, and I think
And-
2 here, Matt.
Yep, 2 are on you.
Oh, cool.
Don't worry, they don't have attacks of opportunity.
That's what he wants you to think.
Also, they wouldn't have gotten attacks of opportunity even if they had them on me, because I stabbed.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 next to me, do I?
You have 2 that are on top of you, yes.
I am going to cast Dragon Claw for the +1 to AC.
Wait, do you have 2 focus points?
Nat said I could I refocused in the time.
Okay. I was gonna be a real asshole there.
I did ask ahead of time.
That's true.
Spell
good.
effect, Dragon Claws, and then I'm gonna punch one of them. Is this one next to me the one I'm targeting?
It's a little bit wonky at the moment, so just roll it.
Okay. Yeah,
That'll be a hit.
that is mediocre damage.
That is kind of mediocre damage. All right. Anything else?
They're all on board the ship, aren't they?
They have
No,
crawled
there's one
above
over
the
there near Chum.
Yes.
That's it. There's one over there near Chum. The rest of them are on the ship, yes. And we need to check downstairs in case they're nibbling at the crate and trying to cart it off.
Actually, speaking of,
What did you just...
did
What?
you want to do the damage onto the one on Chum or the one on you,
The
Archie?
one on me.
All right. That's what I thought.
I just can't see the one.
There we go.
Are you able to move my target, or at least move the one that's next to me so I can punch it, target it properly?
It would be me targeting, unfortunately.
It will not be on your screen. It won't happen on your screen, Sam.
Well, if Matt pulls it like out here,
Oh, yeah,
allows
just
me
pull it
to
out
target
there.
it, and then
That is a good point.
thank you. I'll just try and punch it again.
All right. How close will swing?
I was swinging a miss, man.
That's okay.
All right.
They don't
That's the
mind.
end of my turn.
All right. Top of the initiative.
So am I the only one who's killed anything?
Yeah,
Killed
because I
2.
rolled fucking terribly for
Or
damage.
portions.
I rolled a 2 and a 1 on my damage die.
And
It's
they
okay.
rolled really well for their
You
reflex
can't all
saves
be as
against the
cool as
swarm.
me.
Oh, God.
Pebbles looks towards the statue and gives it a thumbs up.
Give me a perception check, Pebbles.
No. Well, okay, yeah, fine.
I have no further information for you. You're out of hero points.
Am I? I don't know. If you say so.
I do like where your head's at, though. However, Archie, it is going to
Mhm.
attempt to attack you.
Ow.
Nat 20.
Yeah, right.
You ask if that hits me.
I'm not gonna ask if that hits you. That's only 6 damage, though.
Half hit that.
Alright, however, for its last 2 actions, because it was pretty happy with itself, it is going to attempt to go below deck.
Okay. I mean, I can't stop it. I don't get attack of opportunity till 4th level.
Gosh
And even
damn
then, only on Hunted
non-fighters.
Prey.
Yep.
Unless you multi-class fighter.
And
Multi-classing
Fine.
fighter is not a bad idea.
Nope.
Yeah,
It's
but
such
I've
a
got
reliable multi-classing.
the campaign specific dedication.
Mm-hmm.
So
Alright, the next trilobite is going to attack you, Archie. That'll just be a straight hit.
Cool. Oh, my headphones just died. Wait.
And it's going to be scraping against the door as well, trying to get into underneath. And we know how this goes.
Hit. Should be one less.
Yes. So just recover one of those.
Yeah.
And this one's going to attack.
Hit. Crit.
That's a crit. God.
Yep.
And then we'll recover a little bit.
Although, shouldn't that attack have been at Matt? The 25?
You are quite correct. So you can recover
Then it
an
wouldn't
extra
have
3.
crit.
And that one is going to attack. God, now I'm having trouble keeping track of them. It's fine. It's going to attack you, Sola.
Oh,
Hit.
that'll do it.
All right.
Cool.
Bubbles.
Chum one free. Let's go, Chum.
You can see that the trilobites are trying to. Oh, God. I
That's
tried
okay.
their hardest to dig into the deck of the ship, trying to get below.
Okay. One of them's already gotten below, correct?
The door is closed, or at least I was assuming the door was closed. They're
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to bash against it.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna try and fry 2 more. For now. I guess I'll use an action to give Chum a second attack, even though it's terrible to do so. Yeah,
you have to-
poor bud.
Don't you have to give Chum use an action to give Chum any attacks? Because he's not.
Oh, there's no independence anymore. Yes, you're quite right.
Independent. Yep.
It's
Not
been
until
a
he's
while.
mature.
Yeah. Okay, but regardless, then I'll cast electric arc
Electric
on,
shock, do 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 do.
No,
on
if
2 of
you-
the ones on 2 of the ones on the boat.
Yep. No, look, if you want to call it electric shock.
Probably a much better name.
That'd be really cool. And instead of sending out arc, it's just a shot that goes and bites.
But it's
Right.
electric.
Yeah, it's like a shark made of electricity. Okay, cool. Matt,
All
roll
right,
saves for 2
reflex
of them.
saves.
Yeah, just roll 2 reflex saves. You fucker.
Oh,
That's
fuck
one.
you, man.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned something about this on Twitter.
Wow, Matt.
Well, that's
Way to show that
that's
you...
one success, one critical success. So roll me the damage.
Roll me max damage now. Take what, 2?
Take bin damage.
And that's my turn.
All right. Sola. Sparks are flying across the ship as the trilobites are doing their best to get in.
I'm just making sure because it is not.
Wait. Where's Sola standing? Did Chum get a bless? Oh, it wouldn't have mattered. It was like a 9 and a 6. So I rolled a 1 and a 2, and Matt rolled a 19, and a 20.
Yeah.
Cool.
I am maintaining
This-
bless. Am I within reach of Archie?
I'm on
You
the
are,
top.
Yes.
You
Oh, I
could
see.
probably touch him on the foot, but that's about it.
I'm up here.
Can I do medicine on the foot?
I mean,
if
that's
you-
where they have been hitting me, so...
Yeah, no, look. Maybe
no,
an ankle
fair.
biting.
So, battle medicine on Archie. I'll do a
Elias, is that you?
15
Can't always be you.
medicine because I don't think he has too many hit points to begin with.
No. Sorcerers for you. Oh, booyah! Crit
That's
success,
a
right?
crit success, so 4d10. Because
How are you expert already?
4d10?
I took
Clerics.
healing hands, and I'm a medic.
Oh, okay.
So the Healing Hands is a cleric feat that ups the medicine check heal from D8s to D10s, and the medic dedication gives you extra healing on top of that.
Wow. Cool.
Take 14 points of healing.
Nice.
From medic dedication, shouldn't that be another 5?
Doesn't matter. He's at full. What's your you got
sure.
2 actions left. Matt, Nick,
No,
rather.
1 action because I'm maintaining bless.
Ah, okay, cool. Well, bless now spreads. Can you stick it in chat again? Because bless now spreads to Chum, and probably also the rat folk.
The rats aren't doing anything that needs it, so I just don't feel like dragging it onto them.
It's
Thank
a
you.
reflex save thing. Get good. God damn.
Then I will turn around and smack the nearest trilobite to me.
Smack the nearest one? Alright.
Hopefully this works.
I don't know what the animation's gonna look like.
Neither do I, and I'm scared.
Ah, it's just a dagger. That'll hit.
4 damage.
Oh, they're just teetering on the edge.
Same.
Teeter
Alright.
tots.
Well, he's targeting Chum. Chum. It's weird.
Go on,
I have
Matt.
a cat named Chum. Yeah, is this gonna be a nat 20?
Nope.
Just a hit.
With max damage. Very nice, Matt. Always the overachieve. Let's go. All right. Anything else?
It is going to
got
be...
2 more of those in
I
you.
do, so we'll do this just quickly. Miss.
Cool, miss. And nice, cool.
A 1 and a 2 then, really?
Yeah, but it didn't matter. You needed what? Like an 18 to hit?
Wait, Matt,
19 to hit.
where's the 5-foot space with the most trilobites?
By the door.
Okay,
So there.
right there. Can I can, yeah, because they're a swarm.
Yep.
Oh, but,
It
I would
will hit
have
me.
to- yeah, I'd have to hit Ian.
Oh, Matt,
no,
Matt,
it's-
I pay these rats. I pay these rats in gold not to eat me.
Particularly their allies, so it's not going to automatically
Oh,
attack.
okay. Chill. They're gonna go there, and they're gonna ask you to roll those reflex saves.
I am going to.
Fuck it up.
4.
Fuck it up.
Fail. Fail.
Crit fail.
Fail.
Crit fail.
Nice.
Oh, what had to be a
Success.
success. Alright, roll me that damage.
Are there 5 of them on my space, or 4 of them on my space?
Yep, roughly.
Wow. Okay. They're everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
no,
4
there's a-
damage.
So that was a failure, so he'll take the full.
So fail, fail, crit, fail, success.
That one takes that. That one takes the double and dies. So many of
Are
them.
there any on Archie?
No more.
Okay.
Archie is free and clear.
So I'm assuming I can't reach the ones by the door, even though I have reach because of the verticality.
That is correct. So if you want to do a
Okay.
step, then stab.
I'll step then stab. And this is against any of them.
Go for it.
I'm not picky. Hit.
That'll be a hit.
For 7 damage. If that kills one of them, I'd like it to be that one.
Just that one in particular.
Yeah. I want to kill one.
Oh, look, they're all on like half hit points and below at this point.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
chipping them with the swarm.
Yeah, see, and accept that one. Archie, your turn.
Do I see any of them?
You do see some of them.
How many?
You can see that there is still one harassing Pebbles near the door.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the feeling they're probably going to break through at the end of your initiative.
Okay. I'll move up to my speed so that I can see all the ones that are on the ship. This one that's in the water, I assume, is still trying to... is in the water.
Chum. Yes.
It is kind of having a bit of a chomp on chum. Or a stab.
Do I now see two of them if I've moved my speed?
Yes.
Wunderbar. I will cast Magic Missile as a 2-action.
Alright.
Oh, nice. Do I roll for each dart, or...?
Yes.
Alright, 5 to one and 3 to the other.
Alright. And then that one.
Yay! Alright, now we just got the one in the water and we can just leave that behind.
Alright.
And that's the end of my turn.
Sorry,
Well-
the rats had the wrong health. So I was fixing that.
Yeah, that's all good.
That'll kill Matt.
That will
Yes.
kill.
I don't even know. I don't know if it's a crit. But
Yeah, no,
that'll kill.
that'll kill. These guys
Cool,
only
alright.
have 7 hit points. And with that, the last of the trilobites are defeated.
Dinner.
Do horseshoe crabs taste nice?
They're not horseshoe crabs, they're trilobites. They're different.
I don't know, Sola, give me a crafting check.
Is this fast food? I heard about all these delivery services.
Do you want to use your hero point specifically for maid-like duties?
Yes.
Did Nick just
Look,
re-roll a
better.
19?
Nick has a hero point specifically for maid-like duties.
Oh.
Yeah.
But re-rolling a 19
listen,
is a
apparently-
terrible idea.
Gutting,
Not when
cleaning,
food poisoning's
chopping
on the
up,
line.
and serving trilobites counts as maid-like duties.
Well, it's part of the cooking.
It's making food.
Do you want the Google response for horseshoe crabs, Matt?
Sure.
It's not especially good eating either. Indeed, apart from its rubbery, barely edible roe, this hangover from the Paleozoic era, which is often described as a living fossil, is more likely to give you food poisoning than not.
Great.
Well, it's a
Cool.
good thing that we got the 21 then.
So, great for milking the blood for the purposes of keeping people alive. I don't remember explicitly what it does, but... or rather what it's used for. Something important.
Anyway,
Listen, trilobites are the ancient ancestors of horseshoe crabs, and they evolved into horseshoe crabs to be less delicious. Right now, they're scrumptious.
What
I mean,
are you
more
going to
than-
cook the
more than they bugs
trilobites?
are.
Trilobite thermidor.
Fair
do
enough.
whatever you want. I think with the 21, you could definitely fugu fish them.
Cannot make them.
Yeah. Alright. Guys! They were trying to get into the hold. I think Sola might have been lying. The crates aren't dealt with. Oh, yeah. Hey, rats.
Mm-hmm.
Take some healing.
Okay.
Bam. 10 hit points.
They're
Is that enough?
full.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
super easy to
Sola
get back to
doesn't
full.
like eat. So anytime she makes a meal, like the portion that would be quote unquote theirs would be split into two pet-sized meals, one for the rats and one for Chum,
There's a bird
Aw.
around now, too.
and a bird.
Thank you. Very kind.
I mean, we don't have.
we also don't feed Chum. Chum for the most part gets his own food.
Raises?
But thank you.
But
It's
I
a
want,
lovely.
I want to feed him and be his best friend.
Okay, well then you can feed him and he will absolutely nuzzle you. You do, however, notice every once in a while that Chum swims around the ship with what looks to be some kind of, oh god, maybe it's a tumor? It's something horrible. It's small and it's brown and it's writhing on his, oh, it's one of the rats. One of the rats is riding around on Chum's fin like some kind of medieval
Remore rat?
superhero. Yes. Like some kind of medieval superhero. And then eventually Chum will turn around and bring the rat back to a tiny little like not hole, but like partition in the ship. The rats will throw down another piece of meat and another rat will jump on Chum's fin.
Mhm.
Okay, just because, so it's fresh. Later in the night, Sola is absolutely going to try and make like a little, like ski setup for the rats. That
Oh my god, yes. It's success by, oh, it's not a success by level, fantasy level. Is
it'll be
it? I
something
don't
she
know.
works on, that they work on.
Okay, cool.
No, your 16's fine for a success by level.
Is it?
Two
Okay,
pair
cool.
of sticks and a lot of string.
1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2.
Cool. Does,
You know, wink. So,
So anyway,
there is a discussion to be had, however.
Yeah, the crates are evil. We should
How-
definitely dump them overboard.
How many days
Fire, but
travel?
then we don't get paid.
How many days travel until we get to the meetup point?
Give me
Matt?
a navigation roll, Sunshine.
Survival.
Yep. You can add
Aiding.
your +1 from the survey if you like.
Cool, I'll also be aiding.
Alright, well, I'll get that A check first.
would you like to know which way is north?
I will say your aid will have no effect because I've already got
Will
a
it?
circumstance bonus.
Okay, never mind then. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, I only got an 18.
Oh, I'm hero pointing that.
You don't,
Here
you
we
don't
go.
know. Oh, you're gonna hero point it?
I do have to fix that up
Yeah.
anyway.
There you go. Alright, how many more days, Matt?
You should arrive at the destination probably by evening tomorrow. So another day or so.
Should we, right?
It's not bad.
What if something much bigger comes to kill the ship?
Or then we can throw the crates overboard.
Can we at least haul them up here so that they're easier to throw overboard if we have to?
Then they will be easier to attack.
Or
But if they do get attacked, we're throwing them overboard.
only if it's big.
So I'll have the crate spoken to you.
No, they disappeared.
What do you mean disappeared?
They were there and then they were not there.
But the crates were there. Guys, the crates are messing with Sola's mind. Oh my god! Sunshine, why does this keep happening to us?
Hey Matt.
Yeah?
What would I need to roll to sort of see if I can vibe out what's going down with Sola in these crates?
It would be Arcana for sure, right?
You want occultism?
Occultism. This is an occultism effect that's currently going.
I've got occultism.
I'm gonna start repairing the door.
Give you that.
fair.
Blind.
Honestly, Sunshine, you're not 100% sure.
Fair.
You get the feeling that the crates are probably enchanted to some degree,
Okay.
but that's about all I can give you, unless you want to directly inspect
Okay.
them.
No, I really don't, because the letter said don't, and I'm listening to the letter. It said not to inspect them.
Well, we're
So-
definitely doing something evil here, but that's okay. I think we just sail forward unto dawn and get to this rendezvous point
Yeah.
best we can, and get ready to toss the things if like a kraken comes after us.
Yeah.
We don't have nearly enough treasure on board. Crack.
Well, you don't know what those are worth, Sam. We haven't opened them up.
I swear you need like at least 10 chests on your ship in order for the Kraken.
No, it's just the value. It's just
Okay.
the value. It's not the
No,
number.
you're kind of overestimating me as a GM. I haven't redone the stats for the Kraken yet.
Okay, cool.
I've only got the
Yeah, but that
default
doesn't-
ones, and I'm not happy with the default ones.
That doesn't mean, things are in a pinch, Matt. Anyway, we're gonna leave that alone. We sail forward unto dawn, Matt.
We sail forward onto dawn.
We're going into space.
Mm-hmm.
Second star to the right and straight on till morning.
Alright.
Nice.
Do you want to go to Neverland? This is how you go to Neverland.
Mendel
No, we're looking for the Book of Peace.
and boat.
To be fair, those are actually intended as nautical instructions. So, that's
Yeah.
a fun fact.
As for the next day, it passes without incident.
Okay.
It's kind of boring. Your sails are still filled with wind, so you're making good speed. Give me a survival check, Sunshine.
Okay.
I'm making a religion check.
Go for
Not
it.
for any good reason. Not for any good reason, just because I spend most of the morning praying to the statue.
And Sunshine, you're good for your navigation, so you're not going to lose any time.
Awesome.
And you eventually reach what you're pretty sure are the coordinates.
Okay.
It's hard to be
Are we
100%
might
sure.
want to drop anchor here and wait for our rendezvous.
Way anchor.
Yes, sir. I drop anchor.
Alright.
Is that you doing the ship groaning as it comes to a halt, or is that you just
No,
groaning?
you know when you go up an escalator that's broken?
Yeah, that's
No.
later, yep.
Yeah, it's just
I've
sort of messing
never
with you.
gone up a broken escalator.
Those are stairs. Anyway,
Did you mean broken travelator, like the flat ones?
could be.
The
Yeah.
travelators are kind of off-putting.
Move, stop, move, hurt brain.
Do you want me to start it up
Okay.
again?
No,
No, you're good?
it's still
No.
moving. It's fine.
Yeah, if you look at it for too long.
Oh, it is an optical illusion, but yeah, it totally does look like it's still moving a little bit, or it's kind of stopping now.
It's a little
It
bit
only
of a...
moves if my mind wants it to move.
If you zoom in pretty close, it moves as long as you keep looking at it. Anyway, continue, Matt. What's happening?
A couple of
We're just
hours
waiting here?
pass.
We're in daylight? Okay.
Eventually, however, a ship comes into view. And when I say into view,
It teleports in next to us, does it?
it appears as if an invisibility effect or such like fades from it.
We need to get us one of those.
We do.
I-
We'll do.
Oh!
We're getting ourselves one of those one day.
Now, if anyone wants
It's
to
Tony's. Ian, I told you not to take out a loan.
It's
if
Tony.
anyone wishes to do a sailing lore check,
Okay.
Sure.
We actually have sailing lore. I have ocean lore.
just so it
that.
helps everyone, this does have persimmon kind of quite obviously placed along the side of the ship.
Persimmons are lame.
Archie and Sunshine, I can both inform you that this is a Juggernaut class vessel from Brigand and Sons. Known
Okay,
for
cool.
banditry and piracy, and this one in particular has a reputation for being questioned by authorities for why does it have two giant prongs attached to the front.
Uh-huh.
So it looks like one of those things from Spore.
Ice.
That is the official explanation that they give, but many a fort has been taken down by one of these.
Okay. Cool. Well, we're screwed. How many cannons are aimed at us right now?
On this
is the
side,
pickup.
Yeah, on this side.
There is, I believe, 8 and technically 2 ballista.
Okay,
And none
cool.
of them
Well,
are
we're not-
aimed at us, right?
All of them are aimed at us.
They don't appear live.
Okay.
However, they do pull up a side of your ship.
Uh-huh.
And heavy armor. There is a kind of uniform going on, but no obvious emblems that you can see.
Oh. Will we get
Silver's
paid in
gonna make
advance?
the motion of roll down your window so we can talk.
Yeah.
You're the ones with the drop off, says one of the sailors from the ship.
Aye.
Arr.
Alright. Well, with that, they pull aside.
They're the ones that are gonna give us our payment, by the way.
And establishing a kind of pulley and crane system, a couple of their sailors just kind of easily scoot on board.
Yeah.
And they say, any troubles with the cargo?
I mean,
Arr.
of course, definitely. Things tried to attack us
Arr.
for it.
I mean, there were some trilobites, but nothing.
I don't think that's any... I think that's above all of our pay grades, I think.
Arr.
With that, a couple of their deckhands go below and pull the crates up, putting them back onto a crane before winding them back onto the ship. Solar, you don't see the crates throughout this entire process. You have even trouble looking at what they're doing.
Excellent.
The process takes about 10 minutes, and once it's all done, the one who seems to be in charge grabs a coin pouch that he has on his side and hands it over.
Oh,
If you want to count it here, you can, but that should be the 100
nope.
gold pieces as
It
negotiated.
goes- I'll take it, goes straight into my pocket, and I'm not going to do it now, but obviously at some point I will divvy it up into 4 equal shares and done.
Pleasure doing
Yay.
business with you.
Can our captain do that?
I'm the quartermaster.
Oh, that's fair.
That is very true. And with that, the ship kind of just splits off.
Or eventually disappearing again. Yeah. Fuck that thing.
Well, that was the easiest 100 gold pieces I've ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's get a move on.
Anyway,
Let's get the fuck out of here. I want to see some land again. I want to eat some good food.
Sunshine just points towards the horizon when you say you want to see land again, and there's like a strip of land out there.
Don't have a problem with having friends with better eyesight than you. Actually, I don't know that you do have better eyesight than me. I've got an 8. What have you got?
On perception 7.
Oh, okay. Well, I see it too, but I'm like, it's not land until I can put my feet on it. All right, we're gonna start bearing back northeast towards the temple, and
towards the temple.
towards well, yeah, and the Sea Devils, yeah.
Now, if you're particularly tracking the Sea Devils, I'll need a survival check for you. Otherwise, I'm just
I'm
flipping
gonna hunt
cards every
them
day.
as my prey.
Yep. Do your ranger thing. While you're doing that, I have a question.
Using
Do we
Chum,
want
I'm
to
gonna
go on?
independently track them. Yeah, do you want another break?
Oh no, I was gonna say, do we want to go on for the till 8:30, or do we want to stop?
Yes, always.
Everyone's chill with that.
Sam, Nick,
Mhm.
Julia.
Oh yeah,
I'm chill with it.
No, I
cool.
don't want to
Matt?
play North Path.
Oh no, I'm good.
Scoop.
I was just
Okay,
making sure
yeah,
because we
so-
accidentally started early.
Cool. Well, it's not very fair, Sunshine. We're tracking an aquatically based enemy, and I have Chum.
Yeah.
That is very
Yeah.
true.
So,
And it is in fact Chum that finds the Sea Devils.
okay. Can't wait till Chum is sentient and can swear horribly. Well, then I guess.
Are they just chilling under the water?
By the looks of things, they're looking out for targets. But because Chum has a... What's the sensory range on the blood sense? Like a mile?
Yeah, sure. Let's pretend it's a mile. Yeah, it is a mile. Yeah.
Yeah, the blood scent on a shark... Just quietly, sharks are OP as long as you're actually in water.
Are they? They don't have the best damage dice. They don't have the best skills. Their support action sucks.
You can track something for up to a mile.
Yeah, but only if it's bleeding or if it's been fighting or if it's got like rags and stuff. So I hear you though. I don't think it's OP. I think there are definitely other things I could have chosen. But it's cool and it works. And we're pirates. Of course we have to have a shark.
Well, it's not like you had an octopus as an option.
Well, I also did ask for the crocodile, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. But you know, you ask anyway.
Well, you have to ask these things, don't you?
Yeah.
Well,
All right, so
how
I assume we
far
can kind of get a mile away. Chum will figure out where they are, and we can kind of get a mile away position and plan.
You absolutely can. This is your
So
opportunity to kind
these
of get the
guys.
drop on them.
So, do these guys ride things? Do they like? Are they magical? Do they have like magic?
From the earlier knowledge checks that you did, you know that sometimes they do ride things.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I
As
heard
for
that one.
magic, it's about as rare as you get with most humanoid species.
Okay, cool.
Some will be able
And
to
they're
cast magic.
definitely evil. They deserve to die. I still don't want to kill them. Can we just drive them off?
Job is.
They are known to attack pretty much anyone on the water on sight. If they can't capture them or kidnap them or ransom them off, then they usually just go for the kill.
Alright, fine, DM. You've convinced me they need to die. Literally die. There is no other option. Gosh darn it. Alright, I'm ready to go when you guys are.
Us.
Alright.
I think we just go in guns blazing.
Yeah, but
Like-
do we want? We probably want a person on the helm, and then do we want a person on each gun?
I reckon.
Okay.
Well, do you want to
Okay.
attack them off the bow?
If you give me 20 minutes, I can put both the guns on one side and we can kite them.
Look, with that natural 20, you got the drop on them.
Okay, cool. It is up to you
Speaking
guys.
of those-
I will be back in 2 minutes.
Okay.
I don't want to spend the. How many of them are there, Matt?
There's 3 from this scouting party that you can see. I might have to move the
Oh.
ones that have appeared on the map. Just give me a second.
And when we got the contract, did it seem like it would just be like a one scouting party kind of kill deal?
Considering the amount of money they were asking for it, you get the feeling that it was a smallish contract. Like,
Okay.
This isn't something big enough to send a proper, like, war vessel, but it's an
Yeah.
annoyance that needs to be dealt with.
Yep. So like, this fight.
Rats in the basement, essentially.
Yeah. Hey, don't be insulting rats.
Well, rats in the
Oh.
bilge, wouldn't it be in your case?
They aren't an annoyance. They're lovely to have.
Well,
I kind of want to just attack them from the water with Sunshine and my rats. So I think Sunshine is going to be swimming.
swimming. Now, you have a swim speed,
Yep. And I can breathe underwater.
so you will not be taking the flat-footed for striking in the water. Solo.
The rats also have a swim speed.
Hi.
What are you doing? How are you preparing for this fight?
I mean, I'd probably be manning one of the guns.
Yep. All right. And Archie,
I'm manning the helm.
man the helm, easy done. That. And Ian's not back yet, so we'll get initiative from all of you. Solar, if you want to use crafting for your initiative, because you're using one of the swivel guns, you can.
Nope.
Sunshine, if you want to use athletics, you also can.
Can I use stealth?
Yes.
I'm just sort of trying to blend in with the natural seaweeds and corals with my coral armor and everything. So initiative.
I did not have to roll that well for this.
Stealth, which is actually worse than my perception, but I wanted it. I wanted to be Oh, I'm not stealthy.
Now, we will add Archie to the initiative as well. I'm just gonna roll perception for Pebbles at the moment. Just so we can get this ball rolling. Otherwise, how am I rolling this good for monsters?
We'd all like to know that, Matt.
Yeah, right. Like of all the things.
And
All
one
right.
of them is already hunted because I was tracking them during exploration.
Well, I have good news for you.
Yeah.
Now, these things are absolute devils in the water.
So they're gonna swim up to me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Excellent.
Have we rolled for initiative?
Yes.
I've
Yep.
rolled for initiative. I rolled perception. If you want to re-roll for something
Cool.
else, I'm happy with that.
No, I think I'm good.
You good?
Did
Alright.
we surprise them?
They did.
got
They
to-
rolled well.
And why is Sunshine in the water?
Because I wanted to fight them from the water.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Makes sense. Alright.
Okay.
It is going to attack you with...
It's gonna
The
miss.
jaws do best. So we're going to attack with the jaws.
It's gonna miss. Because it's my hunted prey.
Ah. Outwit
Eat it,
rangers.
Matt.
God. This one. Yeah, it's gonna use it. Oh, that's gonna
Going
be
for the
just
flank?
out.
Oh. No, he's not.
Because he can get as far as that in the water.
Zesty.
Hey Matt.
Hey, yeah.
Never mind. I've got it. It's all good.
You good? Alright. Alright. And is going to attack you with the jaws as well.
Okay. Miss.
Miss. Cool. Solar's
Solar!
up.
Now you're at the gun. Let me
And-
move you to the gun.
Thank you. How do I use the gun?
Alright. Now, the guns have 3 actions. Launch, aim, load. You're already at the gun. I'm assuming it's already loaded.
Real quick question. Where is this?
It's on the gun itself. I will add those actions to the ship itself,
Okay.
but not quite yet. So, fire.
Yeah.
Because of the range on them, who are you aiming at?
Is that guy too close?
He will be a little bit too close.
Okay. then I'll
the
go for
guy-
that guy.
That guy? Easy done. And launch.
Nice.
Oh god. Using
+10.
Using sunshine for cover, it manages to skirt out of the way of the swivel gun.
Cool.
You have 1 action remaining. Do you want to reload it?
Reload, yeah.
Easy done.
Does he want to swim up?
Yeah, he does.
Cool. Make your attack roll.
Yeah, I'll do that. As it tries to bite Chum.
Oh, come on, Nat.
What the fuck?
Roll your damage.
Do I have to?
Yeah? You chose to attack him. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Would it have instant killed him?
Probably not.
I mean, I rolled minimum
Wait.
damage for that.
You did. It's 1d4 persistent bleed. Chum damage. And 1d4 persistent bleed. Okay, cool.
That will happen on Chum's turn, though. However, that's it done.
Cool. Command.
Yep.
Here.
Flanking!
And then... Please! Oh my god. So, it's so unfair sometimes. And then I think we'll... God, I really wish he had a support ability that didn't suck for me. We need more aquatic companions so I can get one that has synergy.
I'm working on it.
I think it's just gonna have to be... You know what? How many more of them are there? Is it just these 3 that we
Just
know
these
of?
3?
Are there more in reserve, or is this the raiding party?
This
As
is the
far as
reading
you're
part.
aware. Oh, that was 2
Okay.
different answers then.
It's gonna be a briny bolt instead of a whatchamacallit. Target, attack, roll. Oh my lord. Lord above in mercy.
God.
Oh, that's okay. Cool. God, I hate spells sometimes. Alright, I'm done.
I suppose no one in chat wants to give a hero point.
Nope, we're good.
No, Ian doesn't like them for attack roll. All right,
Even though
Ian,
it's
how
not
does
passed as
ramming
used
with a
before.
boat work?
So, first, you decide what's colliding. Then you take into account how much stress your vehicle has. If your vehicle has the rampage thing, then it adds its stress to the ram damage. Once you have rammed, you then calculate stress on the enemy vehicle, and that determines whether or not it's going to be a burnout or a spin. That'll happen when they go their next movement. I'm just explaining the rules for the Warhammer 40k driving game that I played not that long ago.
Oh,
I
speed
don't know,
freaks.
Matt. How about 1d8? How about a reflex save for like 1d8 bludgeoning damage or something like that, or 1d10 bludgeoning damage?
Oh no, there's like absolutely rules for this.
Okay. Do we want to
So-
look them up, or do we just want to get through this combat? Okay.
Oh,
There's
no, I'm
stats on it.
Yeah, the ship has like stats and stuff.
Its collision damage is 2d8, and the collision DC is 16.
So,
Okay.
what I need from you, Archie, is who are you
Isn't that
driving
only
over?
against Isn't that only against vehicles though?
No, it's against creatures as well.
Okay, cool.
You
Guy in
can
front.
just you can get your cut and you can run it into people if you want. Guy in front, alright. I need a sailing lore check from you.
Okie dokie.
Why do you need a sailing lore check? Doesn't he just move the ship in it?
Piloting.
So, you're out of hero points. Couple of
That's a
things.
standard failure, isn't it?
No, that
Oh.
would be crit failure. So, a couple of things will happen. The first one How little...
It's just it doesn't say that it needs a skill check though, Matt. It just says run over. Requirements you're piloting a vehicle. It doesn't say roll a check. It just says you try to run over creatures with your vehicle, possibly ramming one large creature or object.
See?
You
He
attempt to
did
run
look
over
it up. He did
any
look
creatures in
it
your
up.
path is larger. Yeah, each creature in your path, including a rammed target, takes the vehicle's collision damage. Basic reflex. If the rammed target is a vehicle, its pilot can attempt a piloting check. Yeah.
It's only against vehicles.
The target, no, but that's only if the rammed target is a vehicle. If
Yeah,
the target
that's what I meant.
each. Oh, okay, if the target of your ram takes damage, you and your vehicle each take collision damage, no save, and your movement ends.
That'll
I
only be a
dodged that.
success.
It damages the ship.
It does damage the ship.
So, roll the 2d8.
Not bad.
That's not bad at all.
How many actions does this cost me?
That costs you 1
3.
action. Oh,
Yeah,
the drive
Nope,
over?
that's- Run over is 3 actions.
Oh.
Oh, what?
And it's going to, and we're going to take full collision damage. Do you still want to do it?
No!
Yeah.
That's kind of bogus.
Matt, first of all, it doesn't get a save. Or does it get a save? Oh, it does get a basic reflex save at the vehicle's collision DC. Okay. Yeah, it's going to
I
damage
thought
us.
it was just
and
we
don't get it.
move and we get it anyways.
Nope. Not only do we have to take 3 actions, but we take the damage regardless if we don't get a save. That's really dumb.
Okay,
Stupid.
so
Terrible.
And not
I'm
only,
going to
not only
look
does
that
the
up.
vehicle take damage, it's,
I'll look that
it's
up at
right
a later
there in the
date.
rules. Yeah, but not only that, Sam, but not only does the ship take the 2d8 with no save, you take the 2d8 with no save.
That's so bad.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. It's absolutely catastrophically bad. So why don't you just take that back and, like,
I thought
fire
it was
something
only
or
going to be
something.
1 action. Okay.
Nope.
If it was 3, I was never going to do it. All
like I
right.
said, I will
um,
look it up later, and I will see if adjustments need to be made. Because particularly against single targets like this, it seems yes.
We
But-
could also be taking, yeah.
I will cast. Rainy
Okay, no,
bolts
we
against
don't.
this guy.
Sorry. Okay, so we wouldn't take any damage in that situation.
Because I'm pretty sure it's
It's-
only when you collide with vehicles.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's still
But
3
it says,
actions.
it says if the target of your ram takes damage, but the ram is separate from the run over.
Because I believe
Okay.
ramming is 1 action. But
It is
Regardless.
still 3 actions. What do you want to do?
Yeah, Brainy Bolt.
Brainy
This
Bolt?
guy.
go for it.
Good luck, Sammy. You can do it.
We believe in you.
We should have ended at 8 o'clock.
Just so you get the hero point back.
No, just so that we don't have these terrible dice.
Well, also,
Something is obviously going wrong with Foundry.
definitely.
With its
No, I think
minimized rolling.
it's. What are you talking about? It's exactly the same as always. Matt crits the animal companion. All right,
And I'm gonna
Sunshine, you're up.
cast Dragon Pulse.
Question. Matt, does this flank?
No.
Here and here? On that guy?
No.
Need to be on the
No, it
opposites.
doesn't. It doesn't exit out opposite sides of the square. I don't think.
That's stupid.
Damn it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to...
You are flanking with Chum, though.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to know if I could get here and still be flanking, but it's fine. Command animal, rats.
Well, your save,
Bite.
Matt. DC 15.
Yeah.
Your reflex is
Reflex.
pretty good.
Yep, I figure. But not that good.
Roll shit.
Plus 10.
6 damage.
Ooh.
Max damage. Nice.
Max damage.
They're barely injured.
And then
The only reason they're barely injured is because we suck.
I'm gonna bonk it.
They're Murlocs. They're supposed to die quickly. What are we doing?
That.
There we go.
Didn't they also critically? That's maybe a crit. Anyway, didn't they also? Wait, that
Fuck, man, hell, their AC is high. Because that was a 25 with their flat-footed stuff.
Matt,
Well, they're not marked as flat.
I'm
my
pretty sure it
stuff
calculates stuff like that.
isn't moving, but can you stat me to here? With my final action.
Wait, but what about Chum's flanking?
Do you really? I can step to here. I can
Step to there?
Okay,
It doesn't matter.
it's gonna move.
No, because it's threatened.
No, it
Also, this
doesn't
should be on
matter. You
Sunshine.
need to be adjacent.
You don't. I don't think you have to be adjacent. I
You
think
need
it's
to be
just
adjacent
threatening.
because that's the whole point of gang up for rogues, is that you just need to be in reach as opposed to adjacent.
Anyway, Sunshine, you're done, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, that is me.
Oh,
Then he's feeling pretty attacked. Hey,
No. If you are wielding a reach weapon, you use the reach with that weapon for this purpose. Flanking rules.
What the fuck's the point of gang up?
Mm-hmm. He's gonna move though.
he's gonna move.
Oh, I'm being flanked now. That's rude.
Well, you are in the
oh,
water.
Sammy, gang up is you no longer have to be opposite.
Ah.
And gang up is just I'm nearby, you're nearby, he's flat-footed to me. Don't give a shit where we're standing.
He's
Yeah.
gonna try to stab you with his long spear.
Oh, he's also got reach. Let's go. Reach, friends. Miss.
Long
It's-
speed
wait,
because
I'm
we couldn't be
flanked,
bothered to call it a pike.
It's still a hit.
So it's still ahead.
Jesus
All
Christ,
right.
Matt can't miss and we can't hit.
I hit.
Let me
Well, some
remove
of us.
that persistent blood because that shouldn't be applying on the spear.
Okay.
And then, because I should have started with this, he's going to attempt to intimidate.
Okay.
I don't think that will get past your will save.
I'm reloading, so.
We'll find out in a
can't actually
second.
Check right now.
Alright, while you're reloading. Well, our boy's in close combat, so... he is going to start... Yeah, I mean, you're right there.
Yep. That actually will intimidate me.
That will intimidate you?
Yeah, I've got really low will.
Alright, that'll hit.
I don't
but
have
it
much
won't be-
wisdom. Okay. Let me throw frightened one on me.
And there's the other one there. And he's going to do an athletics check to start climbing onto the boat.
It's not to swim, but
It doesn't matter.
I
It's a
know it
20.
doesn't matter.
You're
but
absolutely
I-
correct.
Cool, so he's up on the ship.
Sola!
Gonna aim and fire at the one I've targeted still.
Yep. And that's... Launch. Send to chat. And it's still within that threshold, so...
But it's okay, because Matt's still gonna roll an 18. Yeah,
Oh my god.
success. Okay,
So-
so half of 2d12.
Do you want to do the touch the 2d12 button? There we go.
Good
Ooh.
damage. 8 damage.
He's not feeling too good. Reload.
Hmm.
You will still have. You currently have 2 actions. Because you didn't have to re-aim. They were still within the arc.
Okay. Yeah, I'll reload And then I guess turn to face this guy.
The one who's coming up on deck.
Yeah, bop him with my bopping stick.
Bobbing stick.
Fair.
No, we
You
can't.
know what? Not fair.
No. That's a hit.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. 3 damage. Let's go.
It's still something.
Nickel and
It is still
dime 'em,
something.
Nickel and dime 'em.
Okay, last one.
Considering everyone's on the other side. No.
Swim on over.
The water's fine. No, he's gonna do the smart thing. And he's gonna start by throwing a spear at you.
Oh, thrown weapons are stupid.
Thankfully, he can't understand you.
That'll hit.
Please don't go down.
No,
8
I'm
damage.
not going down. I'm fine.
So these things have plus 12. These things have. Jesus Christ.
Fine.
They're pretty chunky.
These things have plus 12 to hit. Chum has a plus 6.
I'm fine, guys. I don't know what you guys are on about.
Then he's gonna swim on over.
Yeah.
And he's gonna try to claw you.
He can try.
Just fuck off for 1 round, Matt. Oh my fucking god, Matt. Okay.
Fuck. Brighton.
That frightened should be off of you.
Should it?
No, he hasn't had a turn yet.
Oh, he hasn't. Alright.
Roll your damage,
That
Matt.
hits. That's gonna take me down. We are no longer fine, guys. Can you move
Pebbles!
me in the initiative order?
I
Bump
can
me.
do that.
And then I can go down to dying. Yippee.
It's so much
Fucking
worse now because your lifeless body will just like sort of drift. by.
Oh, I was supposed to fucking Kamehameha.
You wanna Kamehameha?
Yeah, I'm gonna Kamehameha.
Horizon Thundersphere. Are you doing the 2 rounds?
No. Fuck no. I don't have time for that shit. Do I just want to ink shot him instead? Let's see. Uncast. There we go. Do I just want to ink shot instead? Fuck, it's so lame. Why can't we have +1s for magic attack rolls? Surely there's some math to be done there. Alright, if this doesn't hit, then fuck everything. It's so fucking lame anyway.
That's a hit.
Like, yeah, but it's like 2d6, like who gives a shit? Damage. 8 damage.
Good damage. Good damage.
That is good damage. On a hit, you deal that damage, and it is also dazzled. Who are you aiming for?
Doesn't matter, it's dead. This one.
Ah.
If it's not dead, I quit. Yeah, it's fucking hell. I still had 7 hit points. Alright, that's me done. At least something
Alright.
died. Chum, you useless fuck.
Poor chum.
Chum rolls a d20. He gets a 4. He takes 1d4 persistent bleed. 4 persistent bleed damage.
Alright, Archie, what you doing?
What's the state of each of these sea devils?
Pretty good.
Untouched.
One's barely injured.
Okay. I will put.
Now
I
we could
could
run over, but they
spout.
just have incredible stats compared to us.
Yeah. I'm gonna 3-action magic missile.
Alright.
We'll put 3 into the one that's barely injured.
Right, roll them. Good roll. Good roll.
Nice. That's solid damage.
Okay,
Good roll.
11 damage. Thank fuck for magic missile.
It's just exactly why I took it. Oh my god, he's still up.
Yep.
Doggy boy.
Legitimately.
I don't know how it does the calculations in Foundry, but this is a severe encounter.
Oh.
It's not that bad. I'm only at dying 1. I'm not getting real concerned till I hit dying 3.
I'll
Well-
pick you up for that. Or Solo will.
Speaking of Solo,
One of these fuckle trucks climbs over the edge and attacks her.
we're gonna attempt to shove.
That's
Ooh,
funny.
how well does the robot swim? Oh, it's a fail. Nice.
Because that'll be a -2 on that, because this isn't to swim.
What's it against?
Your athletics, your fortitude DC. Please tell me you have some fucking con for this campaign.
And you said that it's -2, like.
It's supposed to be a
That's
12.
What's
Oh,
what's
thank
your
God.
fort
Okay,
DC?
yeah, no, I'm good. +4.
Okay, good. Thank fucking God you have some con finally.
In
So
frustration, it yells as it attempts a intimidation against you. I don't think that's
Wins.
gonna get over your will save.
No. Is it speaking a language I might know?
It's speaking Aquan.
I do know Aquan.
What does it yell, Matthew?
Hi, robot.
Sir or madam, please calm down. Do you require medical resistance?
I mean, it's gonna try to claw you.
Fair.
Oh,
Let's go
thank
with
God,
this.
Matt. Oh, he started rolling shit.
Solar. This is
By
what
shit-
happens every time.
And by shit, I mean, like, with those numbers, they're still pretty high.
I'm gonna put my just like raise one finger up at it, indicating that it just needs to wait a second.
One moment, please.
Turn away
Also,
from it. And
not to try to advocate for retconning, but I really shouldn't have been frightened. I forgot that I didn't speak Aquan.
and of course I can't.
It doesn't matter. They might have the thing where it doesn't matter what your
No, they super don't.
There we go.
I love Feel Good Inc. Such a great
2
song.
actions into our dead friend over there.
Dead.
Oh,
Rude.
Unliving.
Dying?
Passed
Oh.
out.
cast it. 11 hit points. Take them. Take them and run, you fool.
I'll
I'm
surely
not
take
running.
those 11 hit points. Aw. It's not for me?
Wounded.
No, that's her sunshine.
Where's wounded?
Then I will turn back and hit him.
I can't be prone in the water, can I, Matt?
No.
Okay.
Oh! Hit!
Let's go. 7 damage.
It is now badly injured. Alright, Solar, go for it! Is that you done?
Yeah, that's me done.
Sunshine!
wake back up.
You are awake.
You're gonna have to go retrieve your weapons from wherever they're
Yeah,
falling
I'm gonna
beneath you.
command first. And then that's gonna be a bite.
A bite?
Yeah.
That's a fail.
Go. And that's max damage.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
And then that's an interact to pick up my spear.
Yep.
Or my boarding pike.
I know
And
the
then-
background water is moving. I am treating it as static for the purposes of combat encounters
Sorry,
such as
let me-
this.
Let me target him. And then I'm gonna do the old hook and poke. Gonna miss. That's
Unfortunate.
fine. Happens
It's
to the
okay.
best of us. That's my turn, though.
Alright. Well,
He's got rats on him.
he does, so we know what he's going to do.
I'm gonna kill the animal companion.
Matt
And-
20 coming right up.
Matt,
No, just a hit.
2020.
That is
It's not
just
supposed
a
to be
hit, but
against
is that
sunshine.
against the rats?
It's supposed to be against the rats.
Yeah. They'll take that, and then they've got 21 because resistance.
It's gonna try to claw again.
Okay, it can try.
Did you just try to swing?
Miss.
No, it clawed. What? Yeah, it was double claws.
Yeah.
Good.
Because I find the idea of trying to spear a swarm of rats kind of odd.
Well, it also doesn't have its spear.
It threw its spear.
It threw its spear, yeah.
It would have to
can't use its
interact
spear anyway.
to pick up its spear.
For its last action, though, it's gonna dive back into the water.
It was already in the water.
That one's
It-
already in the water.
Well, it's going to step.
Okay.
Alright. Pebbles.
Well, Chum, please, for once in your life. Oh, thank fuck. Now just roll anything except min. Okay, 8 damage, Matt.
That's good damage.
Cool. And then I cast the ink shot. So I need to cast both of those. Fuck it.
Bucket.
Fuck it. What do I care? Boom.
Yes!
Boom. Please. For the love of God. I don't know what their AC is. Give me a 10. 26! Sorry, you know what I mean. That thing.
Who are you targeting?
This one over here.
Alright.
He's not flat-footed, sadly. I wish something had flat-footed him, but we can't.
Which...
Let's see. The one on the deck is badly injured, though, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm gonna flag. I think I'm gonna tag the one on the deck then and hope I kill it.
Alright.
Alright. So this is
Are you doing the 2 or the 3 round?
doing the 2-action one.
Alright.
Because that's all I had after commanding whatchamacallit. Please, good numbers. Oh, terrible numbers. Does it matter?
Decent numbers.
Yeah. I
Yay!
blasted away from Sola.
On success, you deal. On critical, that's all fine.
Omae wa mou shindeiru. Nani?
What? Oh, hang on. I've got a thing to do.
Oh.
Alright, D20. Just checking to see if, because it doesn't automatically do it.
It doesn't
Really,
for animal
Chum?
companions.
Fucking Chum is gonna have taken so much damage. Okay,
Kill
it's a
it!
1. Alright, is it dead? It just
Alright.
took
Magic
11
missile?
damage.
Wow.
For 11 damage.
What is with these sorcerers and magic missile? Jeez.
I am an arcane
good spell.
spellcaster, and you're asking me not to take magic missile? Are you high?
No.
Well, it's still alive.
Oh my god, it's still alive?
Lost
Sola!
legs though.
Sola! Shoot it! Blow its fucking brains out with the gun!
Alright, Archie, done?
I don't think that's
pretty
necessary. I've
dumb.
got a boarding pike.
No, just blow its brains out, Sola, please.
I do indeed wish to shoot it.
You wish to shoot it?
You spelling it, or are you...
No.
I don't really have attack spells.
A very good idea after we've seen what a shit show they are.
Wow. Alright, our boy in the water is going to do his reflex save. That's a
Oh.
fail.
Are you...
Roll the
Yes.
2d12.
Roll your 2d12.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
Matt-
double ones?
Matt absolutely, by the way, hit a button halfway through this fight because our luck changed from total dog shit to completely acceptable. You know,
And
luck doesn't just work that way naturally.
Do you want to do any special descriptions for this solo?
Um,
It's with the swivel gun.
she hears they hear Five Pebbles yell out, and in Sola's weird moving way that's somewhere between C-3PO and Alpha 5, she just sort of twists her entire torso around to the gun, legs staying where they are, and just no scopes it.
Oh, I love it. The Sea Devil trying its hardest to get away from the rats and the boarding pike kind of has those couple of moments where it sees you twist around and your movement catches its eye. And there's that slight widening as you take your shot and fill it with the pellets, causing it to fall apart in the water, and Chum gets to have a nice meal. Or at least a different one.
Oh, thank God. Oh my
did
God.
it.
Okay. We did it.
So these long
Congratulations.
spears they had.
Yep.
How many of them were there?
You really want to take them?
Yeah, I want to take them, Matt.
3 long spears.
Give me 3 long spears.
Additionally, you can use these as evidence for when you get back.
Oh, no, we'll rip their heads off, except for the one that's crushed, and mount them on the sides of our ship.
I feel the shipwrights over at Zephyr Artificers would not appreciate dismembered corpses attached to one of their ships, but they're not here.
They're also
However-
not the ones who own the ship.
We're not going to do that, Matt. But Matt, on the other hand, though, I do take the time between Shum and I to grab all 3 of their skulls, and I knock all their teeth out into
Nice.
a little bag.
Aww. Just a little collection. It's cute. I like it.
Don't touch the teeth. I want the teeth.
Sunshine is gonna take after grabbing the spears is gonna take a couple moments to collect all the seaweed bits floating around
Yep.
and just tie them back in.
Yes.
They can't take it from me.
Alright. All that said, however, as people are doing all their healings and stuff, we are going to end the session there.
Yay!
Because we went a little bit over time, but we wanted to get that combat done.
Yes.
Our pirates, having transported some questionable cargo and having dealt with some Sea Devil scouts, what lies ahead is a temple of some sort that apparently has been raided or at least checked over by the Crown. What dangers or treasures await them, you'll have to wait and find out till next week for when we continue Hoist the Colors, presented by Tabletop Obscura for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, powered by Foundry VTT, with music by Michael Gelfing. We will be back next week at 5:30 Australian Eastern
reals
Standard
this time.
For real. I'm gonna blame Holiday Brain for it.
Not like that fake 5:30.
Yeah, like the one I did today. Oh god. However, follow me on all the socials. I'm mostly on Twitter at the moment still, despite everything. And if you want to be, we got Abomination Vaults tomorrow night at 7 p.m. where Nick will be back and we'll be playing a tiny doll.
Real 7 p.m.
Real 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. But be sure to follow Twitch, follow me on the socials, all that other fun stuff. Otherwise, I hope you have a good day, good night, and good week, no matter where you are in the world. And remember, as always, we are the storytellers. Good night, everyone!
Good night, sleep well.